The following is a presentation of Paola Sports Live. It's time for Panther Sports. On your new home for Paola High School athletics, Paola Sports Live. Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Learn more at gobrawley.com. Also by Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Dr. Laura's Orthodontics, and Miami County Dance Movement. This is Paola Athletics. On your new home for the Panthers, Paola Sports Live.
You are looking live at Beatty Field here in Tonganoxie, Kansas on this gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous Friday evening underneath the lights.
Yeah.
And we are here for the Paola Panthers matchup between them and the Tonganoxie Chieftains this evening. And you couldn't ask for a more gorgeous evening. I think we've said that a couple times this year, but this is definitely the best I think that we've had it so far, weather-wise for sure, and we are outside and getting to enjoy it as well, Caleb.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, near perfect conditions. No wind to speak of whatsoever. It's about 65 to 70 degrees, somewhere in there right now. It's just, this is the prime conditions for a high school athletic football player.
Definitely. We've got a matchup this evening between Paola and Tonganoxie. Paola's coming in 2-1 on this one. With the win last week at Ottawa, it snuck that one out, scored late, able to hold off the Ottawa Cyclones late in that one, able to get the win. Tonganoxie was not so lucky last week. They fell to 1-2 with a loss at Southeast Kansas, 4A foe in Chanute, and a really, really good Chanute team down there, and they put up a fight for sure, but just did not have enough to overcome that one. So Tonganoxie is going to be looking to get off on the right foot here, start this fourth game, get back to 500, because there's a lot of season left, not only in the year and in the playoff race, but also in the Frontier League as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, they took one to the chops last week down there in Chanute, Kansas. What was it, like 42 to 17?
41-17, yes.
Yeah, no. So they're definitely looking back to get back on the football field, on their home field, and they just got to match the Panthers' intensity because the Panthers are going to come ready to play. The Panthers have not played their best by any stretch of the imagination so far this year, but we'll explain that when we come on the second part of this. But Tonganoxie's got to come ready to play because Paola's certainly going to come ready to play.
They definitely will. And we're here on our pregame show. The pregame show is brought to you by Elliott Insurance Group. At Elliott Group, they believe building strong relationships with their clients and their community is the best way to serve them both. With offices throughout the area and online at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com. We'll be back on your Elliott Insurance pregame show right after this.
Happy birthday! Thank you.
Watch this. Call your dad from that phone.
So you pay for a phone line just to laugh at kids?
No, my internet company makes me pay for the phone. Might as well get something out of it.
That internet?
No bundling required. Visit gobrawley.com to learn more.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
First Auction Bank community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Back on your Elliott Insurance pregame show here at Beatty Field in Tonganoxie, Kansas. We're going to take a look at some Frontier League matchups this evening. So, in the Frontier League, we've got Santa Fe Trail going to Baldwin, traveling to Baldwin this evening. We've got Eudora going to Ottawa and the Cyclones. So Cyclones are definitely hoping to get off the schneid a little bit after that close loss last week down at Paola. Coming with a tough Eudora squad. Eudora blew the doors off Spring Hill last week, and they definitely are ready and raring for that Frontier League matchup. We've got Blue Valley Southwest traveling to Spring Hill for their homecoming, so that'll be a tough test for the Broncos after coming off that loss to Eudora last week. And then we've got Bonner Springs traveling to Lewisburg, so that'll be a good match between those two teams as Lewisburg's 2-1 in that one. So that's just looking at the Frontier League. We'll look at some other matchups throughout as well, but we'll be back on your Elliott Insurance pregame show right after this.
Bringing the law to your corner. That's Hartley Law Group. Attorney Jerry Hartley and her staff are dedicated to working for the results you want and to help you determine what actions you can take. Specializing in criminal defense, family law, guardianship and adoption, estate planning, probate, and trust litigation. To learn more, call 913-294-4512 or visit HartleyLawGroupLLC.com. The choice of a law firm and attorney are important decisions and should not be based solely on advertisements or websites.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health, advanced healthcare, advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Panther fans can find us at 310 North Hospital Drive in Paola or 913-294-3713. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
We're back again on your Elliott Insurance pregame show, and I'm going to look at the starters between these two squads this evening, and we'll start with Tonganoxie, the Chieftains, and their offense. So we'll start with their offense. So starting on offense at quarterback, number 4, Talon Langford. Number 5 at wide receiver, Todd Brown. Number 16 and their bruising running back, and he has the name for it as well, Colton Bruisman. Number 20, Tommy Messersmith is one of the wide receivers. Number 23, actually, my mistake, number 25, Brendan Briley, one of the wide receivers. Number 57 on their offensive line, TJ Leeper. Number 63, also on their offensive line, Nathan Smith. 71, Connor Cole on the line as well. Zach Fisher, number 79. It tied in for the Chieftains, number 81, Isaiah Holthouse, one of their favorite targets in the passing game. And then for Paola, we got to give some love to their defense, especially with the performance last week, only giving up that one touchdown on their side of the ball anyways against Ottawa. So we'll go the starters on the defensive side for the Panthers. Number 1, J.D. Troutman. Number 3, Dylan Wagerman. Number 5, Charlie Zeller. Number 10, Landon Taylor. Number 20, Cooper Stanchfield. Number 23, Lane Anderson. Number 26, Clayton Younger. Number 57, Cale Murdoch. Number 59, Brody Stewart. Number 67, Eli Richmond. And number 75, Wayne Inman. So let's take a look at the matchup between these two squads. So we're going to see, I can tell you folks, a lot of running in this game. There's not going to be airing it out very much. The Chieftains really like to keep the ball on the ground. They've got a running back, number 16, Bruisman, who's got almost 600 yards on the ground this year already in 3 games, averaging 5 yards a carry. So he's going to get the ball a lot. You're going to hear 16 in Bruisman's name a lot, carrying the ball. So the biggest key is, one of the biggest keys, and we'll get to those in a little bit, is just stopping that running game for them. And in the passing game, they've had a little bit of success, only a couple touchdowns from their starter, number 4, Langford. He's 9 of 28 this year for 209 yards and 3 touchdowns. Like I said, Bruisman on the year rushing, has 112 carries for 598 yards, so he's averaging over 5 yards a carry on that one. They've got a couple of receivers, Holthouse, who's got 6 receptions for 123 yards and 2 touchdowns as well. So we'll look at Paola's side in their game last week. So Jed Osborne, not very many yards through the air, but didn't really need him a whole lot as they got a lot of yards on the ground. So he was 6 of 13 last week for 55 yards, did not throw for a touchdown last week, but was still effective in those times, and then when they needed him for sure. In the rushing game, Landon Taylor led all backs last week with 26 carries for 131 yards and a touchdown. Charlie Zeller had a really good breakout game. First time we've really seen him really hit the ground running hard last week against Ottawa. He had 14 carries for 119 yards, so had a couple big runs that really helped that, but definitely expect him to get a lot more carries this week as well. And then Clayton Younger was big as the fullback. You know, Ottawa did a really good job of stuffing up the middle, so a lot of their runs were to the outside last week, but so the middle was stuffed up for Clayton Younger. The little guy, the fullback, was not able to get as many yards. He had 14 carries for 39 yards, but he did punch in 2 touchdowns, 2 very important touchdowns to ultimately win that game. So we're in for a great matchup. We're in for a old school football matchup. If you love the gun, if you love spread, if you love airing it out, stick with us anyways, because it's going to be a great ball game. But you're probably not going to see a lot of that. We're going to really stick it on the ground here. There's going to be it's going to be mono man against man. Whose team is the best here?
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, this is 1970s era type football we're going to see tonight. There's going to be like 100 rush attempts between these two teams, you would think. But for the Panthers side of things, they just need to execute. The execution has not been very good this year outside of the Fort Scott game where they were just moving the ball up and down the field. The last 2 weeks, they've had about 6 turnovers the last 2 games, and 3 of them have gone for pick sixes and fumble sixes. So they're giving the teams 21 points. They've fallen behind the last 2 games by 2 touchdowns in the first quarter like that. And they've played catch-up from behind. They were able to catch up last week, unable to do that against Lewisburg. So hopefully the execution gets a little bit better, because giving the teams easy field positions, giving them scores, usually don't bode well for you.
Not going to work for sure. When we come back on our Elliott pregame show, our last spot on our Elliott pregame show, we're going to talk about some keys to the game as well as some comments from Coach Smith as well. So we'll be back right after this on Payless Sports Live and the Elliott Insurance pregame show.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon Smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
We're back one final time on your Elliott Insurance pregame show. And the pregame show is brought to you by Elliott Insurance Group. At Elliott Group, they believe building strong relationships with their clients and their community is the best way to serve them both. With offices throughout the area and online at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com. We also want to get our presenting sponsor as well, Go Brawley, as the Panthers are flying onto the field here in Tonganoxie. Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Experience a new kind of internet with Go Brawley. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit GoBrawley.com. So I was able to talk to Coach Smith a little bit this week and just kind of getting a recap on the first 3 games. He talked a lot about just needing to take care of the ball better. So we've had those in our keys to the game these past couple of weeks for sure. And I know after that last performance and giving up 2 touchdowns on the offensive side of the ball, that's not what Coach Smith is looking for as well. They're giving up 21 points off turnovers, need to shore up penalties as well. That's one thing he talked about, especially on the offensive line. Staying in front of the sticks, not shooting themselves in the foot, things like that as well. He's been pleased with the effort and the coachability so far. The kids are really wanting to improve. So that's definitely something you want to know. And we can see, even from the first game where they blew out Fort Scott to that game against Ottawa, you could tell that the team had improved.
Yeah, absolutely. After getting their butts kicked, so to speak, against Lewisburg, especially in the second half, it was nice to see them come back in a bounce-back win and face adversity right away. Because, like I said, it was 14-0 before you could even get into the game. So to come back from that, to take the lead, and then to hold them twice within the last 3 minutes to get that win showed a lot of adversity and a lot of toughness from this Panther team, and hopefully that carries into tonight here in Tonganoxie against a very decent and very talented Tonganoxie squad. Who's had a real tough schedule.
Yeah, they have for sure. They're definitely ready to take out some anger on the Panthers. But Coach Smith did want to point out that Coach Weaver and the defense has been doing a great job this year, especially in that last game. They put them in some tough spots. Yep. A couple times the offense did, but just able to hold them 1 touchdown. That was it was really they were able to be consistent. And that's what he's hoping for out of the offense as well, is just to be consistent. And so in looking at our keys to the game, this is gonna sound boring, but they're gonna be the same things that we've talked about, and Coach Smith just talked about there. Limiting those turnovers, winning up front, being the bigger man, being able to push guys around up front on both sides of the ball so that they can clear those lanes for the running backs. They were able to clear the lanes on the outside last week against a really athletic Ottawa team.
Yep.
But up the middle, there wasn't a whole lot of rushing room. Jet did not have the QB follow game was not there as much. He did not run the ball as much last week. Might have been trying to protect him a little bit with the hand injury that he suffered against Lewisburg. But there was definitely less in that quarterback running game. But they're really just wanting to win up front. I know that's what Coach Smith wants. I know that's what Coach Weaver wants on his side as well on the defensive line. And that's what they're going to have to do against the Chieftains because, as we've said multiple times, they are going to want to run the heck out of the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just been a staple of the Panthers for the last 30, 40 years, winning up front. It's been the Panthers' motto, and they haven't done a very good job of that so far this year. Lewisburg beat them up pretty good. Ottawa handled them for the most part, but it's just you want to see. You don't want to. You're not going to have that big improvement just all at once, but you would love to see that. But you just want to see little increments here, little increments there. Get some momentum going. Get some confidence built in your offensive line, and allow your skill players to make plays for you.
Awesome, and we get in a little bit here. So Paola won the toss. They're going to defer to the second half. Tonganoxie is going to receive on the south end of the field. Paola is going to defend our north end zone here. So that's going to do it for our Elliott Insurance pregame show. The pregame show was brought to you by Elliott Insurance Group. At Elliott Group, they believe building strong relationships with their clients and their community is the best way to serve them both. With offices throughout the area and online at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com. We are definitely excited for this matchup, for this Frontier League matchup between the two squads. The Tonganoxie is looking to get that Frontier League win, get another Frontier League win. They beat Spring Hill a couple weeks ago, but definitely looking to get back in the Frontier League. They traveled all the way down to Chanute last week, and it was a tough game for them, but they're looking, and they're going to be fired up for For sure, and Coach is putting the Coach Smith for the Panthers is putting his hot hand on the field and putting that defense on the field to begin. Letting the defense set the tone for the game.
That's right.
Because they tried putting the offense on the field the last game, did not work as there was a 70-yard scoop and score for a touchdown. But definitely hoping for a lot better result out of the defense. Get the ball back quickly, let the offense get to work.
Yeah, absolutely. And what an opportunity for the defense right away. Like you said, you're on the field first. You have a chance to punch Tonganoxie in the mouth and get a big stop right away, give the ball to your offense. But it's all about execution. That's the main thing. Execute, execute, execute. Do not give Tonganoxie good field position or free points.
For sure. Kicking for the Panthers, number 19, Hayden Warren, as he's done the entire year. Back deep for Tonganoxie, number 5, Todd Brown. And on the other side, can't quite catch his number. They are in – Tonganoxie's in there, red tops and white bottoms, red hats, and Paola's in there, all whites and black helmets as well. Kickoff a little short to the 20-yard line, received by Tonganoxie, hit by a host of Panther defenders at the 32-yard line, and that's where the Chieftains will take over for their first drive in the ballgame.
Now that's a good start there. That's been a bugaboo for the Panthers so far this year too, is that kick coverage unit. That was very well done there. Probably the best kick coverage they've had all season.
Tonganoxie is taking the field now with Talon Langford at quarterback, not under center, in the pistol formation with Brusvin behind him. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen, 1 at the top. Langford waits for the snap, takes it. Quick pitch to the outside to Holthouse. Good breakdown tackle there. First to the tackle was Charlie Zeller. In to help him as well, J.D. Troutman for the Panthers for a short gain. It's going to be a gain of about 4 yards for Tonganoxie, so able to probably try to fool him a little bit with the pass to start out the game. Really what that is just a quick pass around and get to the outside to get that running game going as well. So back on the line, Tonganoxie, Langford in the pistol formation. Takes the snap, going back to pass again. Hits Holthouse again, his favorite target. Looks like he is going to pick up enough for a first down as a host of Panthers take him down, but he's going to be beyond the sticks. Gain to about the 42, 43, 44-yard line.
Now, we were expecting a bunch of run plays. We've had 2 pass plays start this game.
I promise we did not lie to you, folks. We are going to see a lot of ground game between these two, but I think that's exactly what Tonganoxie expected the Panthers to do, kind of load the box. They're trying to spread them out a little bit with Langford back under center here. Takes a snap, hands off to Brusvin on the left side. Is hit by a host of Panthers, brought down for a gain of about 3. First in on the tackle, number 75 for the Panthers, Wade Inman. Made a great job on that play. It looked like he had a little bit of a hole. Inman came from the opposite D tackle spot, able to bring him down.
Yeah, good pursue there by the Panthers to limit Brusvin for a big gain there. That's a really good job by the front line of the Panthers.
Tonganoxie back under in the pistol here. Langford, Brusvin behind him. Wing back at the top of your screen, as well as a wide receiver way over there. Looking really deep for Holthouse. Has his receiver wide open, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Chieftains. So Holthouse just beats Troutman on the outside. Troutman expecting the run again, as that's kind of what they've been able to do, and that was a big, long touchdown for the Chieftains. And Troutman's not happy with himself, knows that play should have been made, had his eyes in the backfield on that one, but a pass play of over 50 yards for a Chieftains touchdown.
Wow, just a unbelievable start to this game. 3 pass plays and then the big one for the score. Panthers behind early, but the offense needs to answer. And he makes the extra point.
Extra point is good. It's going to be a 7-0 lead for the Chieftains. So we just bragged all pregame show about the defense, putting them on the field first, exactly what Coach Weaver, I'm sure, wanted. And he's not thrilled with them as they huddle up the defense there on the sideline. Not the start that absolutely anybody was looking for, especially on the Paola side. The bright side to that is the past 2 weeks, Paola has been down early to start the game. Not what you want to do to start the game for sure, but coming down from 14-0 against Lewisburg, or 13-0 against Lewisburg, taking the lead there, coming back against Ottawa and tying it up 14-14 as well. So the Panthers have been in this situation before. I'm sure Coach Smith would much rather not be in this situation.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You never want to be behind in a game at all, especially in the first minute and a half of a ball game. But Tonganoxie came out and shocked the Panthers, throwing the ball 3 times and then hitting the deep pass for a 55-yard score. But the Panthers now need to execute and answer back.
Tonganoxie gets ready to kick off here. Xander Meinig back deep for the Panthers, hoping to corral this on the first on the first initial bounce that he has, as he's had a little bit of trouble catching the kick. So that'll definitely be a big start if he can just catch this thing clean and have some room, because he's a great athlete. If he can find some open space, it could be big for the Panthers on this kickoff.
Absolutely. Like you said, he's had a tough time catching the ball on the fly so far this season, but see what he does on his first opportunity here if it gets to him.
Kicking for Tonganoxie, number 8, Jackson McWilliams. Meinig on the 5-yard line. Kicks it deep, does kick it deep to the 5. Meinig receives it cleanly, takes it on to the right side, where a big-time tackle by number 12 for the Chieftains. Whoa. Number 12, Brady Martin, with the tackle on that one, and that was, Meinig had blockers in the middle. He decided to cut to the outside, and there was about 3 Tonganoxie Chieftains there, and Brady Martin, he decided he wanted to make that tackle.
Yeah, Tonganoxie's come to play here in this first quarter, the first minute and a half. Panthers need to answer and shut down that momentum.
Panthers hustle up to the line here. Osborne under center here, a little bit looking different formation with Younger and Landon Taylor in the backfield. Landon Taylor breaks free in the open field. He's got one man to beat the safety. Let's see if he can go 40, 30, 20, and he's chased down at the 17-yard line of the Chieftains, and my goodness, what a first play for the Panthers.
Unbelievable start to this football game. You get a big play from Tonganoxie, and then Paola answers with about a 60-yard run to set them up in the red zone.
A little bit different looking formation for Paola there, as they had both their backs stacked horizontally, Younger and Landon Taylor, and didn't even have a lead blocker, just a sweep to the left side, and he almost broke it and took it the distance. But ball's actually going to be on the 15-yard line for the Panthers. Takes a snap, hands off to Taylor again. Why wouldn't you? Breaks off to the left side, breaks a couple tackles. It's going to be a gain of about 4 for Landon Taylor. A gain of 2 over there. Depth perception is a little hard right here.
A little tough angle from over here on the left side.
So a good gain to stay at least in front of the sticks on this first down run for Landon Taylor. And why not hand it to the hot hand? Osborne gets back under center, checks the sideline from Coach Smith, looking for the audible. Looks like they're going to maybe go back to that same formation of the 2 backs stacked horizontally. Nope. Younger goes back in front of Zeller. 2 wide receivers to the top of your screen. Hand off to Taylor again on the inside. And it looks like he does have right at the yardage for a first down. Going to be a gain of 8 and a Panther first down. So keeping it on the ground here is Landon Taylor. He's gotten the ball 3 times, and it's been good success for the Panthers.
Panthers' offensive line is winning the battles up front right now. Landon Taylor's been the best player for the Panthers the last couple weeks.
Osborne back under center here with the hard count, trying to get them to jump. Panthers are inside Tonganoxie's 10-yard line at the 8. First and goal from the 6-yard line. Takes a snap, hands off again to Taylor on the left side. Breaks a couple tackles, breaks 2 or 3, and he is in for a Panther touchdown. Landon Taylor, and this is going to be the Landon Taylor show on that drive, as he takes 4 carries, the distance, 80 yards for a Panther touchdown, pinning the extra point for a tie ball game.
What is this game? 3 minutes and 20 seconds into the game, you've already got 2 touchdowns. Unbelievable start.
Not exactly what we expected, as we expected, some games, some short 3-4 yard run games, and this is just blown out here at the beginning. Point after tip is up, and it is good for the Panthers. So very quickly they tie this thing up with 8:41 left in our first quarter, and we're back to even.
Back to even, baby, as the offense answers the punch that Tonganoxie throwed at the defense. Now the defense has to carry that momentum and get a stop here on this second series of downs for the Chieftains. But, man, you can't ask for a more exciting start than what you had. We're 3 minutes and 19 seconds into the game, And we've got 2 touchdowns on the board.
2 touchdowns. Both teams, Tonganoxie, I think, ran 5 plays. Paola ran 4 plays, and in 9 plays, we've got 2 touchdowns. So this is going to be an exciting ball game between the two sides. I know both defensive coordinators are probably hoping this thing tightens up a little bit. They don't want a track meet, but I like the Panthers' chances if this thing does turn into a track meet with their athletes in the backfield. Charlie Zeller, Landon Taylor, and Jed Osborne, and Younger as well in the backfield.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see what Tonganoxie does play calling-wise on this second series of downs. They burned the Panthers through the air the first series. I expect Tonganoxie to run the ball more this series, but I ain't a football coach. I don't know what Tonganoxie's thinking. I've been wrong before, probably be wrong again.
Warden to kick off here for the Panthers from their own 40-yard line. Back deep again for the Chieftains, number 5, Todd Brown. Short kind of squib kick again, kicks it to the other side of the field. Takes it and he misses a couple tackles, breaks a couple tackles, breaks even more tackles. 22 for Tonganoxie, and that is Tanner Hand. And he had there wasn't a lot of room there, but he just made a lot of Panthers mitts, and he takes that thing all the way to the Chieftains' own 45-yard line. So big-time return of about 35 yards for the Chieftains, and starting in good field territory here.
Yeah, poor tackling there by the kick coverage team by the Panthers. 3 or 4 missed tackles. Can't have that.
Tonganoxie takes over at their own 43-yard line.
Well, throw again.
Throw again to the outside. They've seen something in film that they like, and it looks like it's going to be enough for a Chieftain first down. So a gain of right at 10 yards for Tonganoxie, and they've thrown the ball a lot more. They've only ran the ball one time to Brewsville, and they saw something on film that they liked against the Panthers. And one thing for sure is the Panthers are given a lot of cushion. Their corners are playing at least 5-7 yards off the ball, so they're getting those quick passes out and letting their athletes work. Brewsville handoff to the left side. Big time tackle by the defensive end, number 67 for the Panthers, Eli Richmond, and that was a great play. He was being blocked there, was able to hold his ground and still able to hold the edge as well and bring down Brewsville for the Chieftains.
Yeah, tremendous play by Richmond, breaking off that tackle and stuffing Brewsville right at the line of scrimmage to set it to 2nd and 10.
So 2nd and 10 here for the Chieftains. Langford takes the snap and the pistol, hands off to Brewsville. Looks like a counter action on the right side. Breaks a couple tackles, breaks 2 or 3, not able to break the last one. Brought down by number 59, Brody Stewart, for a gain of about 5 on 2nd down. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Chieftains.
It just missed tackles again. Looked like he was going to stuff them for about a 2 or 3 yard gain, but then he broke a couple tackles, got a couple extra yards.
Counter play as they had a pulling guard on that as well to be able to lead the run for the Chieftains. In the shotgun formation, a little bit different formation as they've got trips here on this side and a wing back there. Yep, false start's going to be on the wing back standing over here, number 23, I believe.
Yeah, that's going to be a big penalty, first penalty of the day for this game, and it goes against the Chieftains. Now it's going to back them up to 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. And it was just enough. It wasn't a lot. It was just a little bit of a lean by him, but the officials were right on it and got it called. So a little bit of a break for the Panthers, got them right at the sticks, 3rd and 10 from the Panthers' 46-yard line.
Big down for the defense here. Got to get off the field.
Langford back in shotgun, takes a snap, looking to, my mistake, that was not Langford. That was Brewsville in the Wildcat that took that snap, and it looks like he's going to have enough for the first down.
Yeah, Coach Weaver's not going to be happy at that at all. He's on the field right now screaming at his defense. That was just a little sprint action play to the left. You got to be able to come up and make a tackle. Brewsville did a good job of getting that and converting a big 3rd and 10.
Wildcat formation fooled the Panthers a little bit there as Brewsville was in the backfield, took that snap, just took a counter to the left side of the field. So 1st and 10 for the Chieftains from the Panthers' 39-yard line. Langford back in the shotgun, takes a snap, counter on the left side. Brewsville took off to the right, did not see an opening, took off to the left, but is going to be a short gain of only about 3 yards. So good job by the Panthers to wrangle him down there. Looks like Clayton Younger on the tackle.
That was a good tackle by Younger. If he's able to break that, who knows, he might score on that. So a good ankle tackle by Younger there.
Exactly. Langford back in the pistol formation. Brewsville behind him. 2 receivers at the top of your screen. 1 receiver that's way at the top of your screen. Stops there, is looking for the seam route again. Underthrows him, but is able to make the catch. number 5, Todd Brown, one of their deep guys in the kicking game, but long pass play for the Chieftain is going to put them inside their Panthers 10-yard line at about the 9.5-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 9.5.
He was fortunate there. That ball was vastly underthrown, but Landon Taylor wasn't able to find it quick enough, and it got completion for 1st and goal.
Langford here back in the pistol formation, Bruisman behind him. Takes a snap, quick pitch out to the right side, Todd Brown makes a couple guys miss, and they're not sure if he got in or not.
There's a flag down
but there is a flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be in the holding territory.
This foul certainly looks like it's going to be against Tonganoxie. Negates that play.
Which is, I'm sure, frustrating for the coaches on the Tonganoxie sideline, is that hold had nothing to do with that play at all. There was no way somebody inside was going to make a play on that one.
Might be a legal man downfield, but pass was out quick enough, so I don't know.
It is a hold. So that's going to move the Chieftains back to the Panthers' 15-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 15. So that's a big break for the Panthers. It looked like Brown maybe got in for a touchdown. I think he was maybe down right at the 1-yard line. But definitely a break for the Panthers. As it's instead of 2nd and goal from the 1, it's 1st and goal from the 15.
Yeah, the Panthers need to capitalize on this opportunity. Got him backed up a little bit. Need to get off the field, make a play.
Langford back in the pistol formation. Bruisman behind him, takes a snap, hands off to the left side. Able to break a couple tackles and break right through the middle of the defense. And he's going to be down at about the 2-yard line. Just a great run by Bruisman there as he was cutting, looking to go to the outside, but found an opening right there in the middle and was able to get it. Looks like they're back again in their Wildcat formation. Bruisman takes the snap, hands off, or just keeps the ball on the right side of the line. The Panthers were able to not quite hold them out, as it is a touchdown for the Chieftains. So definitely a lot more of running in that one. Bruisman got some more running lanes, was able to break free a couple big runs there, and the big pass play as well on 3rd down. My mistake, on 1st down really hurt the Panthers.
Yeah, the defense got to make some adjustments. They're getting beat up front right now. Tonganoxie's able to do whatever they want to do. Defense got to make adjustments.
Point after attempt. It's getting ready to come from the Chieftains. It is up and it is good. So it's going to make this ballgame 14-7 with 4:56 left in our first quarter. That touchdown was run in by number 16, Bruisman, for the Chieftains. That was a 3-yard touchdown by Bruisman. So coach on the other side he's having another talk with his defense. Is not a good performance again. Just a couple big plays. The big killer was backing Tonganoxie up on that 3rd and 5. They had a false start, made it 3rd and 10. They said, I don't care, we're going to run Wildcat anyways. Bruisman was able to pick up 10 yards, and that really kind of broke the back and the will of the Panthers on that drive.
Yeah, absolutely. The defense is kind of shell-shocked right now. They've been playing fairly well the first 2 or 3 weeks of the season, but Tonganoxie's taking it to them with 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, one through the air, the other one on the ground. So the Panthers got to be able to find a way to make some stops, get tougher up front, get to the quarterback when they do the passing plays, stuff Bruisman in the holes. Otherwise, this is going to be a shootout, back and forth, back and forth.
back and forth for sure. Tonganoxie back to kick off. Number 8, Jackson McWilliams. Back deep again for the Panthers is Xander Mining, and hoping that he's able to find some of his blockers this time, as he was not able to do that last time. Kind of broke to the outside where nobody was. Thought he saw something, but a host of Chieftains brought him down. So 4:56 left here in our first quarter. It's been a wild one so far. 21 points scored altogether as the kick goes over to the sideline, and that thing is just pulled way out of bounds. So a break for the Panthers, is I'm not really exactly sure what McWilliams was trying to do on that one. Maybe squibbed that, but got it off the side of his foot and just kicked it right out of bounds.
Yeah, just the cardinal sin as a kicker on a kickoff. You never want to kick the ball out of bounds. Give the Panthers great field position at their own 35. Just a free 15 yards added on to what would have been maybe a touchback or whatever, or 20 yards if you stuff them inside the 20. But those can't happen on special teams, especially from a kicker. You cannot kick the ball out of bounds.
Definitely not what Coach Troyer wanted for the Chieftains this evening. But it's going to give the Panthers pretty good starting field position. Definitely a lot better than they had a lot last week against Ottawa, as they started inside their own 20 a lot. So started at their own 35-yard line. Pitch outside to Clayton Younger on the left. Breaks the tackle. Makes a couple guys miss. Able to gain about 6 yards on first down. So a really good quick pitch outside to Clayton Younger for a gain of 6. Able to make some guys miss over there on that side. And the Panthers hustle back up to the ball here as they see something they like.
The toss has been really effective for the Panthers so far in this one. They had about a 65-yard run from Landon Taylor on the first offensive play. Now they got a solid 6-7 yards out of that one by Clayton Younger.
2nd and 4 from their own 41-yard line. Panthers take the ball, 2 receivers at the top of your screen. Younger is the fullback and Landon Taylor behind him. Osborne under center. Takes a snap. Hands off to the deep man. Landon Taylor jumps over a pile that was right at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be enough for a first down. Took kind of a big hit there, but there was a pile. One of the defensive linemen said, to heck with this, I'm tired of getting drove back. I'm just going to dive right here. So Landon Taylor had to hurdle him and was still able to pick up enough yardage for the first down as the Panthers hurry back up to the line of scrimmage. Osborne back under center here, looking over to the sideline for the audible.
They try to do that hard count on the Chieftains, try to get cheap free yards, and then they look to the sideline to get the actual play.
Charlie Zeller here is the wingback, 2 receivers at the top of your screen. Handoff inside to Clayton Younger, and once again, the Chieftains got tired of getting moved. Big number 57, 57, my mistake, dove right there at the line of scrimmage, T.J. Leeper, and that's really what caused the commotion on that play. Younger had no room to run.
Yeah, the first time tonight that the Tonganoxie defensive line has won the battle up front, resulting in no gain. Panthers behind the chains here. Need to get a big play to set up a third and manageable.
And debatable if they even won it. He just kind of was able to take the lineman's legs out. But Osborne understanding that's going to be a false start.
It's on Landon
Taylor in the backfield, trying to get ahead of steam on that one as he saw something he really liked. He was really trying to punch that left side of the line again. You know, last week they punched the right side of the line a lot against Ottawa and the Cyclones, but this week they've seen a lot of weakness on the left side of that Tonganoxie line, and that's where they've been penetrating a lot, getting a lot of their big gainers.
Now this is not where the Panthers want to be. 2nd and 15. Not a lot of plays in the playbook for the Panthers. They're not explosive enough through the air. This could be trouble for the Panthers, but they got a couple downs to pick it up. Don't have to get it all here. Just get about half of it.
2nd and 15 from the Panthers' 41-yard line. 3:10 left in our first quarter here. Jace Curley splits out to the bottom of your screen. Wing back at the top of your screen, Younger and Taylor behind. And it's going to be another false start again, as it looked like there might have been a little miscommunication or mistiming there as Jace Curley took off before the play had got started. So that's going to be another 5 yards, going to push them back again and going to make it 2nd and 20. So even farther behind, and what Coach Smith talked about, in that pregame is just not wanting to shoot themselves in the foot, and they've done that this drive.
I mean, those are the penalties that drive coaches crazy. You know the snap count. You got to wait for it. You can't just go. It's just poor execution by the Panthers. We talked about it in the pregame. Poor execution leads to turnovers. Can't have that.
Jace Curley at the top of your screen, split out. One running back in the backfield, Clayton Younger. Osborne under center. Landon Taylor takes it. Quick pitch, quick catch and throw to the outside by Osborne. Is able to pick up, Charlie Zeller is able to pick up about 4 yards. It's going to make it 3rd and 16 for the Panthers. So still a long ways to go. Able to pick up about 4 yards. That was a dangerous pass because it actually was behind him. If he would have dropped that, that could have been picked up and gone the other way. But Charlie Zeller was able to make the catch and able to scoot forward for about 4 yards. So the Panthers definitely need something big to happen here. 3rd and 16 from their own territory, from their own 39-yard line with 2:04 left in this first quarter. Osborne back under center. Receiver here at the bottom of your screen. And it looks like it's going to be another false start.
Yeah,
I don't think everybody was set on that exactly before we.
Well, the slot back was coming in motion, and then he just stopped. So whatever gain would just happened for the Panthers is negated once again. Now they're backed up to 3rd and 21.
3rd and 21 for the Panthers, and just a disaster on this second drive of the ball game, hoping to answer the Chieftains' touchdown.
3 false starts in the last 4 plays.
Coach Smith is not thrilled at all on that sideline.
Nor should he be.
Number 7, Jasper Logan, split out here on this side. Receiver at the top of your screen as well. Handoff just up the middle. Actually, it's going to be a quarterback follow by Jet Osborne, and he's going to gain about 8 on the play, but it's not going to be maybe not quite 8 on the play.
He got about 6.
6 on the play for Jed, and the Panthers are going to have to punt on, as the clock says, 4th and 46. It's not quite that long, but it does feel like a long ways for sure.
You had 15 yards with the penalties in the span of 3 plays, so it kind of does feel like 4th and 3rd.
Frustrating drive for the Panthers. Landon Taylor in his rugby-style punt able to kick it away. That is not a good punt at all. The referee is just going to, the sideline judge is going to keep walking and maybe got a little bit of a benefit there. Oh, he's still walking. And there's going to be great field position, fantastic field position. Wasn't even able to get it past the first down marker as the Chieftains are going to take over at midfield at the 50-yard line. So just a disastrous about 4 plays for the Panthers there, Caleb.
Yeah, no, not at all. It's just poor execution. The penalties hurt, the 3 false starts, and now you shank a punt on a rugby-style kick. Now the Tonganoxie has a chance to put a staple on this game early or late in this first quarter with excellent field position at midfield.
1:09 left here. Langford takes a snap, hands off to Bruzen on the right side. Able to stack him up there at the line of scrimmage. Gain only about 1 yard, so it does move over to the Panthers side of the field, but it's going to be 2nd and 9 from the 49-yard line, really the 49.5-yard line. He really only gained about a half yard, so great job by Murdoch over there, able to cut off Bruzen on the outside.
The D-line has made a couple of nice plays on them runs, stuffing them to no gain or a yard, but the pass plays have been a problem.
One receiver at the top and the bottom, both of your screen, 2 wingbacks and Bruzen in the backfield, kind of a offset power formation. And a quick pitch and catch. Unfortunately, the catch was not made by Holthouse for Tonganoxie, so it's going to be a long 3rd and 9. So definitely he had his receiver open, just let him a touch on that play action pass. And so Holthouse was not able to bring that in. It's going to be 3rd and 9 for the Chieftains with 33 seconds left in our first quarter.
The defense needs to get off the field right here. Needs a big play to get that momentum back on your sideline.
Needs something big here as the corners have been told to scoot up a little bit, not give 10 yards of, still get about 8 yards of cushion to these receivers on the outside. And another false start. So that's kind of been the story of these last couple drives for both teams. So a free 5 yards for the Panthers, going to bring it 3rd and 14.
That's 5 false starts in the last 2 drives. 3 by the Panthers, 2 by Tonganoxie. Just poor execution. You know the snap count. You just can't go early. You know the snap count.
Exactly. 3rd and 14. So big time opportunity for the Panthers to get off the field here. Hopefully keep them in deep territory as well. Make them punt the ball away. Not at least make them think about, hopefully going for it on 4th down. So Bruzen here on the outside as the Panthers are looking at something here. Trying to double a couple receivers here. Clinton, you're here on the outside. Throws it deep. And able to break it up. Great play by, it's like number 9, J.J. Crawford, I think.
Yeah, great coverage by the Panthers there. Crawford made a nice play, jumping up, deflecting that pass away. The Panther defense holds strong after Tonganoxie had the ball at midfield after a bad punt. Then they force a 3-and-out to get the football back.
Not actually going to be a 3-and-out as it looks like, it is going to be a 3-and-out as their quarterback. Looks like he's going to be the punter as well. So definitely an area, and the Panthers are not too sure about it either. They're in punt safe here as they're not sure exactly what Langford's going to do. Could have been a false start as it looks like he's leaning quite a bit too. Punts this thing away, is going to get a lot of roll on that one if it wouldn't have bounced out of bounds. So the Panthers did do a great job. The defense was able to hold up on a 3-and-out. They're going to get the ball at about the 18.5-yard line, their own 18.5-yard line with 17.2 left in our first quarter.
I can't tell you how big of a 3-and-out that was that the Panther defense forced. The Panthers had a colossal offensive drive the last time they had the ball. Then they shank a punt. Tonganoxie's got the ball at midfield, up 7, and then you get a big 3-and-out. That gives your confidence back to your offense. Now let's see if they can go 81 yards to tie this score.
Exactly. And the Panther offense has been moving really good when they don't shoot themselves in the foot. Those penalties killed the last drive. If they can just hold their water, and I'm sure Coach was talking about that over there. I know the O-line coach was for sure. Hold your water. Osborne back under center here. Takes a snap, hands off to the deep back. Looks like, I think, Charlie Zeller on that one. Going to be a gain of about 3
And it was Zeller that carried that ball.
Charlie Zeller is the deep back, and that's going to end our first quarter here. We'll be back right after this for our second quarter on Paola Sports Live.
Oh, hi, honey.
Hi, Grandma. I'm really sorry. I won't be able to make it today. I have way too much homework, and you don't have enough internet.
Oh, honey, I gotta go. I gotta go. Oh, I need more internet in my house.
Well, you could have just called, right?
Oh.
Call Go Brawley today.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
We're back at Paola Sports Live from Tonganoxie, Kansas, with the Panthers down 14-7 in the 2nd and 7 from their own 22-yard line. Takes a snap, able to throw to the outside. Landon Taylor has a little bit of a lane, able to gain not quite enough yards, I don't think, for a first down, but it's going to be about 3rd and 2. So nice pitch and catch between the two there, between Osborne and Landon Taylor. Going to be 3rd and about 2, a long 2 for the Panthers. So definitely a lot better position, a lot closer to where they want to be at on 3rd downs.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a tremendous play by Jed Osborne. He was pressured, got booted out of the pocket, found Taylor on a little 5-yard out pattern. He's able to get something out of it and make it 3rd and manageable, 3rd and short.
As they are in their heavy I formation here with Osborne under center. Looks like Cutter Mead came in as well as one of the backs. Landon Taylor's the deep back, Clayton Younger. And Coach Smith is going to take a timeout. Not a timeout you want to burn with 11:52 left there. And the play clock was running down. Those big, beautiful play clocks, they can be great and they can be terrible.
Yeah, but hey, you got to get that play in. The quarterback's got to know how much time's left on that play clock. You got to get that play in. Those are the timeouts that hurt you on your own mistakes. We've seen Denver do that a lot this year, talking about NFL. Those mistakes can't happen. It's just poor execution, not getting that play in on time, and you have to burn a timeout because of it.
So we've got 11:52 left here with the Panthers down 14-7 in our first half. But it's been the first quarter was a track meet for the first for the first about 5 minutes, and then after that it's kind of shut down.
Yep.
We had those 3 touchdowns there in the first 5-6 minutes of the first half, and then it's kind of shut down between the two defenses. So we'll see if the Panthers can pick this up. As it's going to be 3rd and 2 here, big time opportunity to get this picked up. And I bet Coach even thinks about going for it if it's going to be 4th and short. But hopefully the Panthers are able to pick this up here. Clayton Osborne under center. Jed Osborne under center, my mistake. Pitch to the outside, Landon Taylor. He has loads of room on the right side, and that's going to be enough for a Panther first down, gain of about 5 on 3rd and 2.
Well, the Panthers are winning the battles on the outside. Those pitches have been explosive for the Panthers so far in this one. Big-time first down pickup.
Jace Curley has done a great job. Charlie Zeller, they've done a great job sealing their cornerbacks on the outside, and they've had loads of running room there on those pitches on the outside. So Panthers go back here. Jed Osborne is getting ready to go back under center here, looking over to the sideline for the audible. 2 backs stacked behind him. Landon Taylor's the deep back, takes the deep back on the left side. Landon Taylor spins forward for a gain of about only 1 on first down as the middle of the Tonganoxie defense stood up and was able to hold him to
outside the tackles. Inside the tackles is just not there right now. Hopefully that improves as we get further into this game.
Couple full backs, bigger backs go to the sideline for the Panthers as Clayton Younger and Charlie Zeller come back into the ball game. 2nd and 9 from the Panthers' own 34-yard line. Osborne back under center, takes a snap, fakes the handoff, has his guy deep. Jace Curley was able to play defender on that as that pass was short. Jed Osborne took a hit as he threw that ball, and Jace Curley just had to turn around and be the defensive back. Almost came up with a catch as well, able to on the smaller defender of Tonganoxie. Really almost a great play. But it was a great play by Curley to make sure he dropped the interception. The Tonganoxie defender dropped the interception, but it does bring up 3rd down and 9, so not exactly what they were looking for. There was some pressure on the right side by the defensive end for Tonganoxie that made Osborne throw that before he wanted to, because he had Curley wide open on a post that he was going to hit his head on the goalpost. But 3rd and 9 here for the Panthers. Osborne takes the snap, looking deep back to pass again, looking for the exact same thing. I think there was a little miscommunication. I think Landon Taylor was maybe supposed to run a post, and he kind of turned around, ran a hitch right at the 1st down marker. So that's going to be 4th and 9, and looks like the Panthers are going to have to punt. They don't want to give a short field to Tonganoxie. Defense did a great job holding up last time.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate for the Panthers. He had 3 receivers there in the area, but just miscommunication. Just the execution's not there like it was on that first series of downs. It's just been unfortunate the last couple series for the Panthers.
Landon Taylor back deep to punt, hoping for a better punt than last time. Rugby-style punt. A little bit better for sure. Caught right on the line by the Tonganoxie defender. Great open field tackle by number 31 of the Panthers, Max Perry. It's a great thing he made that tackle to trip him up, because the Tonganoxie offensive guy, he had a load of room. The returner had a load of room to be able to run. He was getting ready to break to the left side, and there was going to be not very many people there to stop him.
Absolutely, and once again, tremendous field position for the Chieftains at their own 45. Panthers defense needs to hold their will once again as they're in a tough spot, down 7 here early in the second quarter.
So Tonganoxie is going to start with great field position again inside their own 45-yard line, just right at the 45-yard line. Hands off to Brusvin on the left side. Brusvin breaks a couple tackles, comes back, cuts to the right. Brusvin full left side of the field, cut back to the right side. We're in the pistol here. Langford, quick pitch to the outside to number 81, Holthouse, his favorite target. Breaks a couple tackles, was not able to break the last one. It's going to be 3rd and about 2 for the Chieftains from the Panthers side of the field, from their 47-yard line. So 3rd and 2, big opportunity again here for the defense to get a stop. The way it's been going, maybe they'll get lucky and get a false start from Tonganoxie, right. Even this thing up a little bit. But really what's been key in the passing game for Tonganoxie has just been the giant cushion that's been left.
Yeah, absolutely.
Takes a snap, hands off to Brusvin on the left side, and he's going to have enough for a 1st down. Gain of about 3 on 1st down for Brusvin of the Tonganoxie Chieftains. So that's going to pick up a 1st down inside the 45-yard line, about the 44-yard line for Tonganoxie. So we'll take over 1st and 10 there with 9:14 left in our first half.
Yeah, Panthers need to bow up and make a big play on defense, try to get some momentum back. Tonganoxie's in control right now.
Langford in the pistol, number 22, Tanner Hand behind him. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen, way at the bottom of your screen. 1 receiver way at the top of your screen. Langford takes a snap, hands off, number 22, able to be brought down in the backfield, maybe right at the line of scrimmage. Great tackle by number 20, I think number 20.
Yeah, number 20 there.
Yes, number 20 of the Panthers, Cooper Stanchfield. So he made a great play on that, able to cut off only a short gain of about 1 yard. So Tonganoxie 2nd and 9 from the 43-yard line.
For the most part, the Panther defense has been very good against the run. Had a couple big plays, but the passing has been the difference so far.
Langford back here in the pistol formation with 22 behind him. Tanner Hand takes a snap, hands off to Hand again, and he's stuffed right in the middle of the defense. A blitz from the linebacker, number 20, Cooper Stanchfield again. 2 tackles in a row, 2 big-time tackles in a row from the linebacker.
Tremendous plays by Stanchfield, staying home the last 2 plays. Now you got a 3rd and long. You've got to get off the field, be ready for a pass, because this is obviously a passing down.
And the quarterback comes out for them. So they're in the Wildcat formation again with a heavy look on the left side, just trying to outpower them. Brusvin takes it, but he is going to be stopped short of the 1st down. Only a gain of about 4, so they had a heavy 4, actually only a gain of about 3 on that long 3rd down. And I think the Chieftains are going to go for this They were trying to cut that in half a little bit, but the Panther defense did a great job. They looked like they were overmatched over there, but they just made a great play to be able to make a tackle on Brusvin over there.
This is a gutsy call by Tonganoxie. You got 4th and 7. If you don't get this, you give the Panthers great field position. They might try to get a hard count here and take a timeout, but this is gutsy by Tongi.
10 on the play clock. Does look like somebody's going to take a timeout. Panthers take a timeout, so that's going to be their second one. They have one left here in our first half, but Panthers saw something they didn't like necessarily defensively. This could be a real backbreaker if they pick this up, so they know this is a big down and also an opportunity to get the ball in really great field position to start your next drive.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to find a way to get a stop here. Just keep everything in front of you, come up and make a play. Hopefully it's short of the sticks and you can get the ball around the 40, around the 35-yard line. But like you said, if Tongi's able to convert this, it's devastating for the Panthers because you get so close to getting the ball back, and then they just break your back by converting a 4th and 7 that normally doesn't get converted very often.
It is going to be 4th and 7 from the Panthers' 41-yard line. Their side of the field just barely, but 4th and 7 for the Chieftains. It looked like the Panthers that came out on defense, and they had cut the gap a little bit, the cushion that they had been giving those receivers, cut it down a little bit. Hopefully not going to be 7 yards off the ball like the D-backs have been. Looks like there's going to be a little bit more pressure, a little bit more in their face as they bring out Clayton Younger here on this side. Got some more athletes. Landon Taylor as one of the safeties as well on this side of the field. Deep back to pass. Able to sack him in the backfield. Big number 57, Cale Murdoch, comes off with a huge sack for the Panthers and going to give the Panthers the ball at the 50-yard line right at midfield. So a great stop by the Panthers.
The Panther defense has come to play the last couple times Tonganoxie's had the ball. They forced a 3-and-out, gave up 1 first down the last series, and they get a big sack on 4th and 7. Panthers have the ball near midfield, down 7.
Cale Murdoch did a great job of setting the edge there, being able to kind of just really shove his guy into the quarterback, and he had nowhere to go, able to come off then and make the play and get some of that field position back as well, as they're just going to be barely on their own side of the field on their own 49-yard line at 1st and 10 with 6:55 left in our first half.
Now will the Panthers try to go for the big play here after getting a big turnover?
Osborne back under center. Younger, Zeller, and Taylor behind him. Takes the pitch to the outside. Actually, it's going to be a pass.
Wide open.
Taylor had Jace Curley wide open. Oh, my goodness, again. Had Jace Curley wide open. It was a halfback pass opportunity. Curley should have just kept running and unfortunately turned around, was looking for the football, and the Panthers had a wide open touchdown. He could have crawled into the end zone. He was so open.
And what did I say? Take the chance after a big defensive stop, and the Panthers had it. Just poor execution.
Huge opportunity there as coach on Tonganoxie's sideline pulled that D-back off the field, said, "You were not reading your keys, young man." Osborne takes the snap, hands off to the D-back, Landon Taylor, able to break through the first guys on the line of scrimmage on the right side, gain of about 4 yards.
Taylor on the carry for the Panthers.
That's a good play on 2nd and 10. You cut the distance almost in half. Now your options open up on this 3rd and 6.
3rd and a long 6 here. Again, looking at potentially cutting this in half, going forward on 4th down with the way the defense has played these last couple possessions. But we'll see and hope they pick it up here on this down with Osborne back under center, Younger as the fullback, and Landon Taylor is the deep back. Curley and Zeller split out on the left side here on the bottom of your screen.
Don't be surprised if you try to see a wheel route here by the slot receiver on the inside, Zeller.
One of their favorite routes that they love to run. Just a quick pitch and catch on the outside. Unfortunately, not a catch has been able to be made by Charlie Zeller there. So decision time for Coach here with 6 minutes left in our first half. Looks like Coach is going to go for this. Nope. He's going to go ahead and punt this, pin this team back deep. And honestly, for Charlie Zeller, he didn't have a load of room there to run anyways. I think Coach was hoping to pick up about half of it and then go for it on 4th down, but not able to pick up anything.
Yeah, that's exactly what that play call was intended for. Just didn't execute it, and it's an unfortunate 3-and-out after your defense gets a big sack to give you the ball at midfield. Just don't go anywhere with it.
The Chieftains are not convinced that Landon Taylor is going to punt this ball away as they are in a punt safe. And the Panthers, Tonganoxie takes their last time out as
bails out the
Panthers. I'm sure they probably would not have cared. They would have taken the 5-yard penalty. It wouldn't have been a huge deal backed up, being able to give Landon Taylor a little bit more room to punt there. But Didn't even have to because of the Chieftains timeout. That's their first of the half. They've got 2 left. Panthers will have 1 left with 6 minutes remaining in our first half.
Yeah, it's just the Panthers have done so well defensively after the first couple drives. It's just the offense has not been there since the first drive of the game for the Panthers. Just unfortunate circumstances, penalties on the second series, and then you get caught behind the line of scrimmage on the next series, and then this one you just go 3 and out, unfortunately.
We have 6 minutes left here in our first half. Looks like the Panthers are going to punt this away. They do have a deep man back now. Taylor takes a snap. Looks like he might have a running lane there, but does make a really nice punt. And it almost hit a Tonganoxie blocker as he was trying to block downfield, but really nice punt to pin Tonganoxie deep in their own territory at about the 14-yard line. So good punt by Landon Taylor there with 5:49 left, and the Tonganoxie has 2 timeouts.
Yeah, that was a tremendous punt. You got 3 timeouts. Or you had 2 timeouts.
2 timeouts, they just took
used
one.
That's right. So, yeah, no, that was a tremendous punt by Landon Taylor. Almost got a break by hitting it off of the Tonganoxie blocker who wasn't looking. So Tonganoxie caught a break there. Now the Panther defense needs to bow their necks again.
Big opportunity for Tonganoxie to take a bigger lead and the Panthers to shut this thing out here. Brusvin takes a snap, counter on the left side, goes to the right side, brought down by a host of Panthers for a short gain of about 4.5 maybe. Going to be right before the 20-yard line as Tonganoxie hurries up to the line as they look over to the sideline again, hoping to get the play call. It's going to be 2nd and 5 for Tonganoxie from their own 19-yard line, almost the 20-yard line. Langford back at quarterback, Brusvin behind him. Takes a snap, hands off to Brusvin again, cuts from the left side to the right. Ooh, big hit right there. Big safety came up and made a huge hit on Brusvin, and it looks like he's going to be right at the yardage sticks here. First down for Tonganoxie, but a great run, great way to fill the gap by Landon Taylor and come up and make a big hit on Brusvin there because it could have been a lot more.
Yeah, absolutely. He filled the hole nicely because Brusvin had a head of steam, but Landon Taylor said, no, you're only limited you to a 5-yard gain. Even though you got the first down, it could have been a whole lot more.
Got 1st and 10 for Tonganoxie. Brusvin has nowhere to go on the right side of the Panther defensive line, left side of the Panther defensive line. Gain of about 2 on first down.
Much better fill that time by the defensive line of the Panthers, hitting Brusvin before he could get going, limited that to a 2.5, maybe 3 yards on that play.
It's going to be 2nd and 8 from the 27-yard line of the Tonganoxie Chieftains. Because they are content with running the ball here, running this clock down, hoping to get something big as their receivers on both sides have been really close to the sidelines, hoping to really open up that defense. Langford back here in the pistol formation, takes a snap, hands off on the left side. Brusvin cuts off to the right side, had a Panther in the backfield that was not able to make the tackle, is going to gain of about half a yard, maybe 1, and going to bring up 3rd and a long 7 from the 28-yard line.
And here's the opportunity the Panther defense looks for. 3rd and medium, 3rd and 6.5, short 7. Panthers need to get off the field here.
Definitely looking at number 81, Holthouse. That's been quarterback Langford's favorite target here on these need-to-go formations, need-to-go plays. Timeout Panthers, that's their last one of the half. Making sure they get lined up correctly here, as if they're able to get the stop, they're able to get the ball back. Still have plenty of time to be able to drive down the field and score before halftime.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to get a stop here. It's just unfortunate you're out of timeouts now for the remaining of the half, the last 3:30 of this first half. So you got to be quick with the ball if you get it back. Hopefully the defense can get it back for you and have decent field position for the final 3 minutes of this first half and try to get some momentum, some points on the board after the exciting first 3 series. It's been dead ever since then, just good defense on both sides. So hopefully the good defense continues here. The Panthers get the ball back and try to get some points for the end of the half.
Both defensive coaches have locked down the defense, put in their best play calls, the best players, and have shut this thing down a little bit. with it still only being a 7-point lead, all those points being scored, like we said, in the first 6 minutes of the game. So if you've missed the first 6 minutes of game time, you missed all of the scoring in this one so far. But we've got third and short 6, long 7 here for the Chieftains. Short 7, long 6, my mistake. Langford back in the pistol formation, looking again for his number 1 receiver, Holthouse. Goes deep, has his receiver deep, is short. Charlie Zeller on the outside has the interception. The Panthers are going to take over at their own 40-yard line with 3:21 left. So best case scenario there for the Panthers is they were able to get the stop they needed and also have great field position with 3:21 left. No timeouts on the clock, no timeouts on the board. So they don't have any of those left, but loads of time to still drive down the field and score and tie this thing up before halftime.
Absolutely. Just a poor throw there by the quarterback of Tonganoxie. Vastly underthrew his wide receiver. Easy pitch and catch for Charlie Zeller. And now the Panthers at their own 40 try to get some points on the board before the end of the half.
Osborne under center. Heavy formation. Pitch to the outside, Charlie Zeller. Give it to the hot hand. Breaks to the right side. Big gain on the outside by Charlie Zeller. Going to be a gain of about 8 yards on first down. He does get out of bounds, so it stops the clock as well. But feed the horse. He just had the big interception. Let's give him something in the backfield as well. So big gain for actually – looks like he stepped out maybe before he got the gain of 8, so it is going to be a gain of 6 yards. So 2nd and 4 here, plenty of time, got out of bounds, so the clock stops. 2nd and 4 for the Panthers with 3:15 left in our first half.
Tremendous start there to the drive for the Panthers. Nice 6-yard gain on first down.
Osborne hustles up to the line. Pitch outside to Clayton Younger, trying that right side again. Has room again, looks like, but he is stuffed by a defender, but he pushes through him and maybe right at just short of the first down, so it's going to be 3rd and inches for the Panthers.
This is 4-down territory if you don't get it here.
Hurry up quick here. I would expect a Jed Osborne sneak, and he gets it by quite a bit.
Panthers should have got a free 5 yards there as there was a late substitution off the field for Tonganoxie. The referee didn't see it, but the Panthers do get the first down regardless.
Panthers didn't need it as Jed Osborne was able to pick that up very easily. He moves over to the Tonganoxie side of the field. Tonganoxie 49-yard line with 2:43 left. A lot of time left for the Panthers here. Osborne back under center, Younger behind him. Receiver at the top of your screen, split out as he's looking for him. He hits Jace Curley on the curl on the outside. Drug out of bounds for a gain of about 9 on first down. So great play, got out of bounds, picked up maybe even really close to a first down, maybe about 9.5 yards. So great first down play. Both of them were in rhythm, which we haven't seen a lot this year. Those two in rhythm is Jet took his 3-step drop. Curley was right at the hitch in that. Caught the ball perfectly, turned around, made a guy miss. Gain of 9.
And the timing was perfect on that play.
Osborne takes a snap, pitch to the outside to Younger again. Hit at the line, actually not hit at the line. He was kind of deflected at the line, but moves those powerful legs forward for a Panther first down. Gain of 4 on 2nd and 1. So moving the chains here and moving in to better field position for the Panthers from the 41-yard line.
You don't have to go super quick here, but you got to be quick enough. You don't want to take too much time and run out of time here.
2:19 left here. Looks like it's going to be an official timeout. Nobody called the timeout on the field except the officials.
We got an equipment issue.
We'll hear
timing
from
clock.
Play clock operator, put it at 2:12. Should have started on the roll.
2:12. So was benefiting the Panthers a little bit there, so they could have left those 3 seconds. I don't think anybody in white would have cared about that one too much. But Panthers here again, heavy on this left side, heavy formation. Back to pass again. Same exact play to Jace Curley on that curl. Curley on the curl on the outside. Gain of about 6 on first down. So it's going to be 2nd and 4, and they're just getting an easy 6 yards every time they want that.
Oh, yeah. If they play off 10 yards, that's an easy pitch and catch over there. Just stop at the 5-yard out, take what you can, get out of bounds, move down the field.
Heavy formation on that right side. Pitched outside to Clayton Younger, able to pick up enough for a first down. He shoves a couple guys out of bounds with him. So that's going to be another Panther first, just short actually. Looks like he was shoved out just before. I know he made that Tonganoxie defender pay for sure. And the heavy formation moves to the left side of the field. I would assume the pitch is going to, they're just going to sneak forward. And looks like he does have enough for a Panther first down, gain of about 1.5 on that quarterback sneak pushes them forward. 1:50 left here in our first half, so lots of time left. Clock probably should have stopped there.
It did momentarily, but the chains were ready, so the Panthers got to go here. The clock is running.
Didn't have to move very far. So Panthers here on the line again. Osborne takes the snap, looking again to the outside. Curley. Cornerback almost jumped the snap there, but the Panthers are going to have to hurry up to the line to not waste a lot of time. Still going to be a gain of 5 yards on first down. 4 yards on first down.
Got to mix up the play calls here. It's been a lot of the same. Got to keep it going.
2nd and 6 here. Looking again right there, and he went for the fake. Play on the outside.
Flag thrown.
And there's going to be a flag on, it's going to be a pass interference on the Tonganoxie defender. So he did not get his head turned. Curley faked the curl. Osborne pump faked to him. Curley went to the corner of the end zone. The ball was a little bit underthrown, but the Tonganoxie defender did not turn around. Curley came back, tried to make a play on that ball, and it's going to be a pass interference. So it's going to be a free first down for the Panthers here and also give them a good field position with 1:13 left.
Just outside the 10, so you can get another first down at the goal line. This is a big spot in this game right here because the Panthers get the ball first to start the second half. That's a big point in this game right here.
Looks like they're going to be, just outside the 10-yard line, so they can pick up a first down. Pitch outside to Charlie Zeller. Lots of Tonganoxie defenders in the backfield. They've seen that play one too many times as the Panthers are going to hurry up and get to the line of scrimmage. They have got no timeouts left. 1 minute left in our first half. Panthers hurrying up here, trying to get a couple quick plays in.
Those run plays got to go out the door when you don't have any timeouts. You got to put the ball in the air.
Osborne under center here, takes a snap, looking to his left side, has him in the flat, misses him short, misses Landon Taylor short. Probably a great thing is there were a couple Tonganoxie defenders. It was going to cost them a lot more time than it was going to gain them. So 3rd and 11. Just at the about 12-yard line, just inside the 12-yard line there. So big play here for the Panthers. I'm sure the Tonganoxie sideline saying they're definitely going to throw it. Looks like it could have been a false start, but missed it. Definitely needs to get. Oh, he's just going to be short. It's going to be 4th and about 1.5, and the Panthers are going to have to hustle to the line with 32 seconds left in our first half. So they got to have to good play here to get, it's going to be actually 4th and 4. It looked a lot shorter than that. 24 seconds left, 22. Osborne takes it, hands off to the outside. Clayton Younger is able to push through. It looks like he's going to be right at the sticks. Oh, my goodness, what a run by Clayton Younger, but the Panthers are going to have to be ready to spike the ball.
I don't think he got it.
If he got it.
I don't think he did. I think he's about a foot short.
He's going to be right, and it's going to be just short, and Coach Smith is not happy with the spot that the Panthers got on that one, as it looked like Younger was right there at the line, but it's just going to be a couple inches short, and Coach Smith is letting them have it at this moment because he did not like the spot that was given.
I don't necessarily like that play call on that 4th down. You got to get the ball in the end zone if you don't get that first down. It's a turnover on downs regardless. I would have threw it there.
Coach did not like the spot that was given, and it looks like Tonganoxie is going to take a timeout here, but Coach didn't get an explanation on that either. There was no measurement. There was nothing there, as it looked like it was really, really close to being a first down, but not the way that the Panthers wanted that first half to end. Definitely can't do anything dumb here. No dumb penalties, anything like that. No breaking, 98-yard touchdowns, anything like that. Just play it safe, get into the locker room here, have the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, absolutely, and I don't expect Tonganoxie to do anything either. They're backed up on their own goal line. The Panthers can't stop the clock, so I firmly believe they're just going to take a quick knee or just do a little dive up the middle with the quarterback and get this to the locker room. It's just a backbreaker for the Panthers. They're right on the goal line on the edge of tying this game, and then they get stuffed at the goal line, and now you're still down 7 going to the locker room.
Frustrating into the half here for the Panthers. Don't make this any worse. Maybe make a play happen here. And it's going to be a false start. It's going to back the Chieftains up a little bit more here. So there could be an opportunity here for maybe a safety by the Panthers to get a couple points back here.
Thing is, now with that penalty, it backs them up inside their own end zone off the snap, so you can't take that knee down anymore. You got to just quarterback sneak it up the middle. You can't be in a pistol anymore.
Yep, they're going to be first down and 11 from about the 1. I think it was always at 14.6, but that's interesting.
No, it wound. It
Did
wound
it wound
down
a little bit? Okay.
Yeah.
So the Tonganoxie Chieftains are inside right at about their own 1 yard line here with 15.9. So what they definitely don't want is disaster happening here. I'm sure this is going to be probably a turnaround hand to Bruisevin. Yeah.
And this is on the center here. This could be a bad snap.
They're still in shotgun formation in the pistol as the Bruisevin takes the snap and darts off to the right side, able to get out of the end zone, and I think that's probably going to do it the last play of our first half. So we're going to end our half here with the Panthers down 14-7, and not the way the Panthers wanted this half to end, and we'll break that down and more of our first half on our halftime show right after this break.
Farm Bureau has been a proud supporter of the Paola Panthers for more than 20 years. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Agent Rusty Walters and his team of Alicia Shea, Maria Dirty, and Brett Fisher take pride in the relationships they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, contact Rusty, Alicia, Maria, or Brett at 913-294-2737. Bringing the law to your corner. That's Hartley Law Group. Attorney Jerry Hartley and her staff are dedicated to working for the results you want and to help you determine what actions you can take. Specializing in criminal defense, family law, guardianship and adoption, estate planning, probate, and trust litigation. To learn more, call 913-294-4512 or visit HartleyLawGroupLLC.com. The choice of a law firm and attorney are important decisions and should not be based solely on advertisements or websites.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health. Advanced healthcare. Advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Panther fans can find us at 310 North Hospital Drive in Paola or 913-294-3713. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
We're back on our Rusty Walters Farm Bureau Financial Halftime Show. And the halftime show is brought to you by Rusty Walters, Farm Bureau Financial Services in Paola. Rusty and his team have been serving Paola and the surrounding area for more than 20 years. As your hometown agent, Farm Bureau Financial Services has the products to protect you with the service and the customer care you've come to expect. Call 913-294-2737 or stop by and see them at 11 South Pearl in Paola. Well, to wrap up that little bit of a hectic, at least at the end there for the Panthers first half, if you caught us a little bit late, if you caught us, 5-6 minutes into game time, you missed all the scoring so far, as all 21 points were scored very early, very, very early in this game. And then since then, the defenses have stepped up, have hardened up, have been able to make big stops when they've needed them.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, Tonganoxie take the opening kickoff, score in like 5 plays in a minute and a half. Panthers already down 7-0. You're thinking, man, we just took a shot right in the mouth. But here came the Panthers right back after they got the ball. Big 65-yard run from Landon Taylor to set them up inside the 20. They score about 4 plays later to tie it. And then Tonganoxie methodically goes down the field, scores, and then it just shuts off until the very end of the first half. Panthers unfortunately got inside the 5, but had 4th and 3, didn't quite get there, and was stuffed at the 2-yard line and couldn't get it in for the tying score. It's unfortunate, but the saving grace, the Panthers get the ball to start the second half.
It was definitely an opportunity there to tie this thing up, to even this thing up, to end the half, just not able to punch it in. And I'm sure Coach Smith really would have liked a couple of those timeouts back that he had to use for just some mental mistakes there in the middle of that in the middle of that first half. There were a couple times people lined up not correctly. Right at the start of the second quarter, the second play of the second quarter, they ran all the time down, had to take a timeout on a big third down. They didn't convert anyways, and so that's not the way that you want to have to burn those timeouts. You want to be able to keep those things in your back pocket for situations like that, where you get to the end of the ball game or you get to the end of the first half. You've got 4th and 3. You can call your best play at 4th and 3 instead of just having to look at something off of a wristband and something that they're going to be definitely very comfortable with down there. And there was a lot in that last drive, a lot of pitch and catch to Jace Curley on the outside, and then quick pitch plays, quick toss plays to the right side to Landon Taylor and Charlie Zeller and Clayton Younger. And that was really what drove them down the field. Obviously, it was a lot easier for them to have that room when there was room for them. Once they got in the red zone, it tightened up a little bit, not able to punch that thing in.
Yeah, absolutely. And I said it on the broadcast. I was not fond of that play call on that 4th and 3. The clock was running, and you needed to get to the goal line for a first down. If you don't convert it, if it's incomplete, you're going to turn the ball over on downs anyway. I would have threw the ball to the end zone. Maybe you got a penalty to put you at 1st and goal, but it's unfortunate. You just got to shake that off. Hopefully it doesn't ruin the psyche of the Panthers getting that close to tying the score on the road. But like I said, you've got the opportunity to do that with the first possession of the second half.
On Tonganoxie's side, talking about their side, they came out and shocked the Panthers a little bit, I think.
Yep.
Throwing the ball a lot in those first couple drives and really throwing the ball more than they have this year. They've been able to throw the ball a little bit, find kind of some of his favorite targets. Holthouse obviously had that big interception by Charlie Zeller there to set up that last drive for the Panthers. But, they've looked sharp in the passing game, and something that I'm sure Paola did not see much on. I know Paola did not see much on film and probably wasn't expecting a whole lot. They're expecting a lot more of Brusvin, and we've seen definitely enough of him, but they've been able to keep him in check quite a bit. The passing game is really what's hurt them.
Yeah, Brusvin has not been able to get going whatsoever. He's only had the biggest run I think he's had tonight's like 5 or 6 yards in this game so far, so he really hasn't had that big explosive run play to set up the offense. But like I said, the passing was just enough for Tonganoxie in that first half, especially the first quarter, the first 2 series, when they just went up and down the field on the Panthers. But the Panthers made great defensive adjustments. That's credit to Coach Weaver for making those adjustments and getting those kids to execute those changes in the defense, and it's worked for them to keep them in the ballgame.
There's the Tonganoxie Chieftains. Actually, I thought the band was getting ready to come on the field. The dance team's getting ready to come on the field. But we'll be back after this on the halftime show. We're going to break down some area matchups, get some halftime scores on those games, the ones that we can. And we'll be back to talk more about the second half after this on your Rusty Walters halftime show on Paola Sports Live.
Stupid Go Brawly internet.
Go Brawly allows you complete control over internet usage for all devices in your home from anywhere, as it should be. Visit GoBrawly.com to learn more.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Option Bank Community Banking at its best. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
We're back on your Rusty Walters Farm Bureau Financial halftime show and looking at some of the area matchups around us in the Frontier League. Baldwin starting to play a little bit better football, up 28-12 on Santa Fe Trail. That game's at halftime. The best game so far going is probably Bonner Springs-Lewisburg, as that one's in a defensive battle between the two sides. Bonner Springs has a 7-6 lead on Lewisburg at the half, so a tight one there, and I'm sure it's going to be a great inning in that one. And Blue Valley Southwest is up 28-19 on Spring Hill. So Spring Hill punching above their weight class a little bit, going up and playing a 6A team in Blue Valley Southwest, being able to have that game tied at halftime at their homecoming. So a big ask for Spring Hill, especially after the whooping that Eudora put on them last week. But playing pretty good and keeping it pretty tight there. Also in 4A, I know that I saw that Chanute was up on Ulysses at halftime. I also saw that Bishop Miege is going over and playing Rockhurst on the Missouri side, one of a Missouri power in Rockhurst. Rockhurst has been down for a couple years, but they kind of gotten back up this year and have a really, really good squad on the Missouri side. They're going to compete in their classification, and Bishop Miege has them tied 14-14 at halftime. So a lot of close games, no blowouts so far, and I would say the same thing about our game here, being a 14-7 ball game. Pretty much what you expect in the Frontier League are these close matchups against two teams that are really pretty close talent-wise and experience-wise too. I know both teams coming into the year didn't have a load of experience, graduated a lot of seniors between the two squads, so a lot of time that they had not had underneath these Friday Night Lights, which we've talked about multiple times this year, has been different. Been some growing pains for the Panthers. Been a lot of growing pains for Tonganoxie as well, and they're definitely off to the right start, hoping to get back to 2-2. Panthers hoping to get to 3-1 and put themselves in a better spot in the 4A classification. Is on the east side. I was looking today. There's only two of the teams that are at 2-1. Everybody else is either 3-0 or 1-2 or 0-3, and so them and Lewisburg were the only 2-1 teams. So being able to put yourself in a better position come playoff time, being able to host when come playoff time, that's definitely something on the coach's mind. A little bit later. Obviously, their main goal is to win now to be able to put themselves in those better positions, but something to think about for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And I got another score update from the Frontier League. Eudora Cardinals and Ottawa Cyclones. Ottawa just had the same problem the Panthers did. Ottawa got down to the goal line, got stuffed, and it's at halftime, and Eudora leads that game 21-6.
21-6, yeah. So Eudora looks like a very, very salty bunch in the Frontier League, as they've ran through some.
And let's credit Ottawa. Ottawa's in the game. They're down 15 points to a powerhouse like Eudora. It's pretty impressive showing, and they were 1 yard away from being down one score going into the locker room. Yeah. So it's impressive. The Frontier League is something else, man. Frontier League is really, really strong. It is every year. You get a couple powerhouse teams, get a couple bottom feeders, but it's that middle ground that makes the league, like the Tonganoxies, the Paolas, the Lewisburgs, the Ottawas. Those teams are what make this league so competitive. Just any given Friday night, you can upset somebody, and just back and forth, back and forth. It's the best league in 4A, in my personal opinion.
For sure. There's definitely a lot of good teams, a lot of teams that are really close to each other talent-wise, drawing from similar talent pools, drawing from similar, groups number of groups of kids, and so there's a lot of close competition between the games, and you can see that in our scores that we've had so far this evening. But we'll be back more to wrap up our first half, talk about some keys of the second half for the Panthers to come out on top. But one more time, our halftime show is brought to you by Rusty Walters Farm Bureau Financial. Farm Bureau Financial Services in Paola. Rusty and his team have been serving Paola and the surrounding area for more than 20 years. As your hometown agent, Farm Bureau Financial Services has the products to protect you with the service and the customer care you've come to expect. Call 913-294-2737 or stop by and see them at 11 South Pearl in Paola. We'll be back after this on Paola Sports Live in your Rusty Walters halftime show to break down more of this ballgame.
Bringing the law to your corner. That's Hartley Law Group. Attorney Jerry Hartley and her staff are dedicated to working for the results you want and to help you determine what actions you can take. Specializing in criminal defense, family law, guardianship and adoption, estate planning, probate, and trust litigation. To learn more, call 913-294-4512 or visit HartleyLawGroupLLC.com. The choice of a law firm and attorney are important decisions and should not be based solely on advertisements or websites.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health. Advanced healthcare. Advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stowe with Paola Veterinary Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown vets who know and care about your family. Coming soon, a new location here in Paola in the industrial park with cattle haul-in and boarding and grooming. With 24-hour emergency services and 3 other locations in Lewisburg, Drexel, and Martin City, and a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Lewisburg is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, service, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-837-4230. Visit them at 303 South Olive in Lewisburg or go online to primeaccounting.net.
We're back on your halftime show, brought to you by Rusty Walters, Farm Bureau Financial Services on Paola Sports Live. We're going to recap our first half again in case you missed it, in case you missed any of our halftime breakdown, as well as at the beginning of our game like we talked about. So Tonganoxie got the ball to start out the ball game, had a long touchdown, long 53-yard touchdown from the quarterback Langford to number 81 Holthouse, and that really opened up the ball game. Is it was only about 5 plays. They got a little bit of yardage on the first couple plays, but then that big play over the top to Holthouse, which has been his favorite target so far, really surprised the Panthers and really started out differently than they expected. But the Panthers got the ball right back, started inside their own 20-yard line as Xander Meinig did not get a great gain on the kickoff return. So a huge run by Landon Taylor to start the drive, a gain of about 60 yards on first down, brought them to the other about just outside the 20-yard line, and then 3 more Landon Taylor runs had them inside the end zone for a touchdown to even this thing up. And then Tonganoxie goes right back, got the ball, got great starting field position, got a good kickoff return from one of their backup running backs, and was able to just kind of methodically go down the field, some short passes. Bruzovin got going a little bit in the game, like those 5-6 yards, had a big opportunity on 3rd and 10 to stop them, but the Chieftains go into that Wildcat formation, threw the Panthers off a little bit. Bruzovin takes the gain and goes about 10 yards to pick up that 3rd down. I think that really broke the Panthers' momentum, broke their morale a little bit. And so then the rest of that drive was just kind of chunk by chunk by chunk by chunk, and finally punched in by a Bruzovin 3-yard touchdown. And that's all the scoring we've had so far. We had that the only really other great drive we've had was that Panther drive to end the first half there with about 15 seconds left. Not quite able to pick up that 4th and 3 to be able to extend the drive and try to get in and tie the ball game. But it's been a defensive battle after the first 6 minutes of the ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. The defense did great. The defenses have done a great job adjusting to the game flow. It looked like we're going to have a shootout the way this game was going, like you said, the first 7-8 minutes. And then all of a sudden the defense has said, no, that's enough. We're going to make this game a slugfest. That's what happened. And then the Panthers had that big drive after the big interception by by Charles Zeller to start that drive. Then Panthers methodically moved down the field, just unfortunately could not punch it in on that last little bit. But It's been an entertaining first half, to say the least. It's been a shocking first half, to say the least, at that, the way Tonganoxie's been throwing the ball through the air. Panthers, it's what they've been doing, just run, set a couple passes here and there. But we'll see how the offenses adjust in this second half, because the defenses have caught up to the offenses the last quarter and a half of that first half.
There's one play that the Panthers definitely wish they could have back was the halfback pass. They had a touchdown. Jace Curley probably could have rolled into the end zone. Obviously, that we wouldn't be able to do that, but he could have done about all he wanted to do to score on that one. It was a pretty good throw, really, by Landon Taylor. Curley just kind of got turned around a little bit, started to backpedal, should have just kept running, looked up for the ball as Landon Taylor would have hit him in stride, and they would have had an easy walk-in touchdown. Nobody would have touched him. But if Coach Smith could have one play back, I know that's definitely the one, because they did have that easy walk-in touchdown. But I wouldn't be surprised if the amount that they've been pitching, doing the quick pitches outside, doing those toss sweeps, things like that play might come back again. If they're able to get success again on the right side or the left side of the Tonganoxie defense, I bet that play comes back.
Oh, most certainly, because that was definitely the play of the first half. That was right after the Panthers got a fourth down sack by Murdoch to give the momentum to the Panthers, had the ball at midfield. And I said right after it happened, watch for the big play here. Will the Panthers try to get the big play? They had it. It's just Jace Curley got turned around, like you said, and there was nobody within 10 yards of him. It was a walk-in touchdown. Then, of course, the backbreaker at the end of the half gets stopped on the goal line. So it's just execution and finishing for the Panthers in the second half. That's why they're down.
Definitely one of their keys for sure. And stopping one thing I didn't think that I was going to say before this game started was stopping the passing game. You know, and I think it's a little bit by design. Is definitely they're giving the receivers a little bit more of a cushion. We've seen that in the first half, playing 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe up to 10 yards off the receivers, just because they know that the running game in Bruzovin has been going so far. He's been averaging about 200 yards a game, and that's the part that the piece that they expected to really hurt them so far, which really hasn't. He's got to be, probably right around 60, 65 yards rushing, maybe tops for Bruzovin. So there's a lot of room for improvement in the passing game. I'm sure there's probably still going to be a little bit of a cushion because they don't want to get beat over the top like they did in that first drive from Holthouse. But if they can limit over the top those passes and they can break down and make the tackles on the short yardage and only pick up 3-4 yards on those pitch and catches outside, then the Panthers are going to be in a great position here.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's all going to start on this first drive of the second half. The Panthers get the ball first. Can they go down the field and finish to get the momentum back on your sideline and put some pressure on the Tonganoxie offense to go back down and score to get the momentum back on their side? So this first drive of the second half is so key in a tight game like this, where where one team makes a mistake here or there, it could cost you the game.
And I know, obviously we're not cheering for Tonganoxie on this one, but I'm sure their coaches went in at halftime, and one of the biggest things that they talked about was probably shutting down that outside running game.
Yeah.
All of the success, and almost all the success for the Panthers have been on those toss sweeps outside, those quick pitches outside to Younger and Zeller and Landon Taylor, and that's really where all the success has come. And so I'm sure that the Chieftains are going to come out with some sort of scheme to stop those outside runs because there hasn't been much in the middle. Clayton Younger he's a big, I say big, he's got big legs, he's a powerful fullback. He's been not able to push through that initial line, and so they've been doing a great job in the middle of the defense. But this outside has been where they struggle, and so I'm sure coaches over there on Tonganoxie side has some sort of game plan coming in. As we've got Timmy Trumpets playing here. I wonder if Edwin Diaz is about to come out of the bullpen for the Tonganoxie Chieftains. I'll be honest, this song gets me pumped up a little bit. We are getting ready to get started in our second half here. But our halftime show one last time was brought to you by Rusty Walters Farm Bureau Financial Services in Paola. Rusty and his team have been serving Paola and the surrounding area for more than 20 years. As your hometown agent, Farm Bureau Financial Services has the products to protect you with the service and the customer care you've come to expect. Call 913-294-2737 or stop by and see them at 11 South Pearl in Paola. As we are just getting ready to start our second half here, Timmy Trumpets is still blaring over the loudspeakers. Unfortunately, he has not made an appearance like he did at the Mets game. I don't know if anybody saw that, but go to YouTube and go type in Timmy Trumpet's Edwin Diaz entrance, and he is probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago actually came and performed it live for the Mets. And I know this is obviously not a football topic, but if you want to get something to get your juices flowing, go watch that video, because that is a good one for sure.
Oh yeah, he definitely burned the house down there at at Citi Field for the Mets. So that was fun. Now hopefully that gets the Panthers fired up.
Exactly.
See how this
Let's
game
see
goes.
who Edwin Diaz is on the Panthers sideline and gets them fired up. Let's start here with the Xander Meinig big-time return. And looks like it might be offsides.
Yep.
So it's going to back them up a little bit, and that was kicked to Clayton Younger on the outside. So I'm sure Clayton Younger's like, dang, I really wanted to return this.
Right.
He's probably a little bit angry that he's not going to get to. So going to back them back 5 yards, going to be kicking off from their own 35-yard line now. Back deep for the Panthers is Xander Meinig, number 226, Clayton Younger. And then on the outside, I believe, is number, 1, J.D. Troutman over there on the outside. So we're going to try this again to start our second half to kick off. Jackson McWilliams back to kick for Tonganoxie. Is getting some last-minute coaching from the coaches over there. It looks like they might be potentially trying something different. I don't know. This is going to be interesting to
I'm lost right here
to see what's going on. We're getting wild here in Tonganoxie on this gorgeous Friday evening. McWilliams goes back to kick. Kicks it deep and does kick it again to Younger on this left sideline here. Bounces off a guy. Looks like it's probably going to come back. Maybe a holding penalty on the Panthers. So what looked like maybe a good field position was a great tackle on the outside by the Tonganoxie Chieftains defender, number 17, Alex Gardia. I'm pretty sure on that one. That was a really good tackle to bring down Younger. Usually one guy doesn't bring down Clayton Younger very often.
No, not at all. And like you said, instead of having the ball near your own 30, now you're backed up inside your own 20 after the penalty.
Blocking the back on the Panthers, in case you could not heard that over the loudspeakers there. But that is going to back the Panthers back. And to be honest, that's where they're used to being, especially last week against Ottawa. They've had a little better field position this week against Tonganoxie, but not where you want to start inside your own 20 here. But lots of room to hopefully run what they're looking for and what Coach Smith is hoping to start out with in our second half. As Jed Osborne runs onto the field here to get his tribe ready to start this second half. Takes the snap, play action. It's like, and Jed Osborne is tackled in the backfield, brought down from the backside.
Osborne brought down on the back. Jack Messersmith on the tackle for the Chieftains.
Jack Messersmith for Messersmith, number 20.
That's a mistake.
Actually, number 21, my mistake.
That's a mistake by Osborne. You got to throw that ball away and save your 6 yards, but now you're backed up inside your own 15 after that sack.
Not the way that the Panthers wanted to draw that up to start. So we are second and 17, about from the 12-yard line of the Panthers as they look at their wristbands to get the audible from the sideline. Definitely need a chunk play here to get back and get in front of the sticks. Osborne under center takes the snap. Reverse on the outside to Charlie Zeller, able to break a couple tackles and bring this into, it's going to be about 3rd and 10, so was able to gain 7 on that and bring this at least to 3rd and manageable. At 3rd and 10, a lot more manageable than 3rd and very long. So 3rd and about 9.5, 10 for the Panthers with 10:42 left in our third quarter.
That play was so close to busting for the Panthers.
Really close. He had one guy to beat, just could not quite beat him, never quite got a hold on the end. They're going to get a free 5 yards. So that hard count definitely helped the Panthers there as Jed Osborne is used to that, and the Chieftains were ready to go rush after the quarterback, and they're going to get a free 5 yards. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 5, which is way more manageable from where they were sitting at 2nd and 17. So lot better spot, actually 3rd and 4 for the Panthers.
And the guilty man for Tonganoxie got called off the field too because of that.
Coach is just penalties. Those just kill you. They hurt so bad. Osborne back under center here. Takes a snap, looking back to pass. It is a short pass to Curley on the outside. Makes a good diving catch to protect that one. It's going to be enough for a Panther first down. So a whirlwind of a first possession for the Panthers. Not the way it wanted to start, but was still able to come back from 2nd and 17 and pick up the first down. So that's a big momentum drive starter for the Panthers.
Yeah, absolutely. Get sacked on the first play, get a chunk play back on 2nd down, then you get a free 5 yards. A simple little 5-yard slant pass, first down Panthers.
Osborne under center, Younger behind him. Receiver at the top of your screen. Handoff to Younger on the right side, able to break a couple tackles. Sprint forward for a gain of about 4.5, I think, on
more about
maybe
6.
Maybe 6, actually. Gain of 6, so 2nd and 4. Really good run by Clayton Younger on the right side. Finally able to find a little bit of room there to run right in the middle of the defense, right in the teeth of the defense.
Yeah, that's a good sign right there. Finally something in between the tackles that goes for a solid gain. See if the Panthers can continue the momentum.
2nd and 4, so definitely the territory the Panthers want to be in. Osborne under center. Tries the hard count again, does not get anybody to jump. Landon Zeller to his Charlie Zeller, my mistake.
Landon Zeller.
Landon Zeller combining the two. Landon Taylor and Charlie Zeller are both to his right in that heavy formation, offset. Handoff actually going to be a quarterback follow by Jed Osborne. Breaks to the outside, breaks off a couple of tackles, able to gain about 3.5 on that play.
Almost got the first down. Looked like he was just about a half yard short.
Just short. Was actually stopped in the backfield, able to bounce off a defender and then break off to the right side and gain about 3.5 or 4 yards. So it's going to bring up a big 3rd down and 1 for the Panthers with 9:06 left in our
And if I'm the Panthers here, I would not.
Or third quarter, sorry.
I would not mess around here if I'm the Panthers. I'd just get it with Osborne and up the middle and get the first down.
Curly split out here to the bottom of your screen.
Got to go down
Landon
to 10.
Taylor and Charlie Zeller are your wing backs with Clayton Younger in the backfield. Handoff to Clayton Younger as he hurdles guys right at the line of scrimmage. Gets spun around by a couple Tonganoxie defenders right near the 50-yard line and picks up a big gain of about 7 on 3rd and 1.
This is a tremendous drive by the Panthers. They're executing pretty good so far near midfield. Got to keep it going.
Meticulous drive here by the Panthers from their own 48-yard line. Handoff again, actually quarterback follow by Jed Osborne on the left side. Fake the handoff to the right to Clayton Younger. Breaks off to the left. It's going to be a gain of 8 yards on first down. So it's going to be 2nd and 2. They've really close to 8.5 yards. Really good run by Jed Osborne. We didn't really see a whole lot of that last week against Ottawa, that quarterback follow play that they love so much, but it was there and was able to break for a gain of 8. So 2nd and long 1.5, 2 yards for the Panthers. Handoff right up the middle to Clayton Younger. Hurdles a guy right at the line of scrimmage. They said enough is enough. Does get back to the line of scrimmage and maybe gain another half yard. So it's going to be 3rd and short again for the Panthers. 8:09 left in our 3rd quarter.
4 down territory certainly here for the Panthers. You need a yard to keep this drive going. You got 2 downs to get it.
And the Tonganoxie defender almost lined up off sides. Osborne sneaks forward. It does look like he has enough again for that first down, and it's just an impossible play to stop as a defense. I know coaches everywhere go crazy when they see in the NFL teams going to shotgun on 3rd and 4th and short, because the quarterback sneak is such an easy play to pick up that easy yard, 2 yards. So big first down to keep this drive rolling for the Panthers inside of Tonganoxie territory now on the Tonganoxie 42-yard line. Osborne under center. Zeller goes in motion, takes it, snap, fakes it, actually goes to Zeller, breaks a couple tackles, spun around, almost breaks the 3rd tackle. It's going to be sprung forward for a gain of about 14 yards by Charlie Zeller. So he came in motion behind him. Play action pass from Jed Osborne goes for 14 yards to Charlie Zeller. So a really, really nice drive for the Panthers.
Really nice drive. Just got shoestring tackle, otherwise he would have hit his head on the goalpost.
Heavy formation on the right side. Osborne in his hard count looks over to the sideline as they've got Landon Taylor and Charlie Zeller on that side, as well as extra linemen. Osborne takes a snap, pitch. Actually, it was a trap play, but the Tonganoxie defenders were ready for it. They had gone to the quick pitch outside that toss sweep action so much.
An injured Panther.
And there's an injured Panther and maybe an injured. Oh, actually, both of them get back up good, and that's a sigh of relief from both sides, as those are big players on both sides. Charlie Zeller and then Holthouse on the Tonganoxie side. So a gain of still 3 there. That could have been a lot more. About one missed tackle from being a big play on that trap play. Same formation here. Osborne takes the snap, hands off to Younger, and a big hit on the outside by the linebacker. Good for him to be able to at least hold on and keep that. A stinger from the Tonganoxie defensive lineman as he's shaking his shoulder out a little bit.
Smith on the stop for the Chieftains.
Paola hurries back up to the line here. Wide receiver split to the bottom of your screen. 2 wingbacks as well. Jace Curley split to the bottom. Landon Taylor and Charlie Zeller are your wingbacks. Clayton Younger in the backfield. Osborne looks at it, 3rd and 6 for the Panthers. Calls out the audible. Osborne takes it, and it looks like a miscommunication. Just going to be a follow by Jet Osborne, and that was not the play call that Coach had, I don't think. But Osborne was at least able to make enough of it, gain positive yardage to put this in a more manageable 4th down, 4th and about 3.
And here's that dreaded 4th and 3. The Panthers couldn't capitalize on the end of the first half. This has been an impressive drive by the Panthers, over 6.5 minutes, but it could be stalled here. The Panthers need to get this first down, keep this drive going.
And a little bit of miscommunication here. Still plenty of time on the play clock to be able to get this thing wound down. Clayton Younger as the fullback, Charlie Zeller as the deep back, Landon Taylor as the wing back, and Curley at the top of your screen. Back pass looking to Curley, and a great big catch by Jace Curley on the outside. Again, uses that frame, seals off the defender on that curl route, and able just to cradle that thing in for a first down and a gain of about 7 yards.
That was a great pass by Jet Osborne. Even better catch by Curley. Keeps the drive going. 1st and 10 at the 15.
Panthers hurry up to the line. Quick pitch to the outside, and a big-time stop on the outside. Number 63, he was shaking his shoulder earlier with the stinger, but he's good to go now. Big-time tackle by Nathan Smith of the Chieftains.
And you were talking about that. The Panthers got a lot of success in the first half on that pitch. In the first half, not so much that time as they lose 5 yards. Good play by Tonganoxie.
Panthers thought they had a really good play as they hustled up to the line on that one, but was just not able to get any push on that right side. It's been interesting that they go on the short side for those toss sweep action. Is usually most teams want to go to field side for the toss sweep, but they've had a lot of success on that right side. 8 seconds on the play clock. Osborne under center, 2nd in a long 15. Back to pass again, and Curley makes the catch right there at the original line of scrimmage, so actually just a yard in front of that. So it's going to be 3rd and 9, and that curl route has been there every time they want it.
Yeah, absolutely. But eventually the Tonganoxie is going to see that. Got to mix up the pass plays a little bit, come to this side. But if it's there, you take it. But eventually Tonganoxie is going to read that, and it might be a pick 6 the other way. So you got to be careful when you call those plays.
Curley splits out to the left side of the defense here, as well as Charlie Zeller. Osborne back under center, Younger behind him. Landon Taylor at the top of your screen. Look back to pass. Oh, that's got to be –
there it is.
That's a pass interference as he cleared the defender more than 5 yards down the field, which you cannot do. You cannot – that's going to be an illegal contact by the defense on that one.
I don't know if it's going to be a first down, though, because we're at the 15. It's going to be half the distance. So
it's going to be really close.
It's going to be 3rd and about 1.5.
And he's asking if he wants to take it, and Coach says, you
bet
I want to take it.
Absolutely. It won't be a first down, like I said, but it's going to be 3rd and short instead of 3rd and 10.
It's going to be a lot better position than they were on that 3rd and long. They call it a pass interference, so that is going to bring them to
about 3rd and 2.5.
3rd and 2.5, so two plays really to be able to get that. As we've said a couple times this year, pass interference is not an automatic first down in high school like it is in college and in the NFL.
Absolutely.
Some would argue that that's good. Some would argue that's bad. But in this situation, as a Paola fan, I would argue that's bad because I want the first down. Exactly. But we do have 3rd and 2 for the Panthers. Opportunity here. Hands off to Younger on the outside. Bounces off a couple defenders. And it did not gain. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gained about a half yard, but not much as that right side was stuffed.
Well, the Panthers have taken all the time off the clock in this 3rd quarter. We're down to 3 minutes. And now it's that dreaded 4th and 3 again.
Yeah, 9 minutes off the clock here. Panthers hurry up. They were looking to draw them off sides there a little bit. Looking for the play call here. This is another big, big fourth down for the Panthers. It could be a momentum killer. I think they might run this down and maybe – nope, they are going to run a play here. I thought maybe Coach Smith was going to call a timeout. Takes it. And it's going to be and just a missed play there. Not the play that the Panthers were looking for is Jed Osborne and Clayton Younger were not on the same page there. Not even a quarterback follow. Just had to take it to the left side and was swallowed up by a couple Tonganoxie defenders. So another disappointing 4th and 3 situation in the red zone. That's 2 times down in the red zone. They have not capitalized and not punched it in.
And what hurts about that one, you took 9.5 minutes off the clock and you don't score.
Didn't score.
That is a psyche killer.
That's frustrating. Definitely frustrating. Defense needs a big stop here. Big time opportunity for a hopefully a turnover.
Well, it's just psyche killer. The last 2 times you've had the ball, you've been stuffed inside the 10.
Tonganoxie is spread out here.
They're going to go for the big play.
Looking for the quick toss, and almost an opportunity for a pick there, as there was miscommunication between the receiver and the quarterback, Langford, as they are spread 4 wide with their running back as their wing back. So spread out again, twin receivers at the top and the bottom of your screen. Running back number 21, Jack Messersmith, actually tight end, my mistake. They bring Holthouse into the backfield. Holthouse takes the handoff, and he finds a crease in the left side of the Panther defense.
About a yard short.
He's going to be a yard short, 3rd and 1. Big, big, big 3rd down for the Panthers here, as it is going to be 3rd and almost 2.
Gain of 8 will bring up 3rd down and 2.
Panthers hustling around here. Interesting that Brusman is not in the game for – actually, he is right there. Just took it as the Wildcat back, and he goes down in the backfield. He slipped as he saw 3 Panther defenders in the backfield. He slips and is going to go down. It's going to bring up 4th and 4.5.
How about this Panther defense?
For the Chieftains, and what a big-time stop, as Brusman did not have much room to run there, and he tried to make a cut to come back to the backside, but just slipped on this turf.
And now watch the ball if you're the Panther defense. Don't want to give them
Nothing
the first down.
cheap here, exactly. Make sure you watch the quarterback as well. And it's going to be a short punt, and the Panthers are going to have great field position again. So big, big, big time stop by the Panthers defense is going to give Panthers new life on offense with 1:28 left here in our 3rd quarter.
The Panther defense has come to play after the first couple series. They're keeping the Panthers in the game. The offense has been stuffed inside the 10 twice in a row. The Panthers have to get the ball in the end zone here. They're at the Tongi 40 to start the drive.
Panthers are going to take over from the Tonganoxie 40-yard line with 1:28 left in our 3rd quarter. And our 3rd quarter has flown by. As we said before, there's not much stoppage of the clock on that long Panther drive, and it's just rolled down here. So Panthers are hoping for another long drive, but this time to punch that baby into the end zone and even this thing up.
That's it. You got to finish. The Panthers have not executed when they've gotten down inside the 10-yard line.
Heavy formation here for the Panthers on the right side. Handoff to the deep back, Landon Taylor. Not much there as he tries to hurdle over a couple guys. And what Tonganoxie's doing up front is their defensive linemen are just – they know they're getting shoved back by the Paola offensive line. So what they've decided to do is just dive right there at the line of scrimmage. Just say, we're not going to go over that. So you've had to see a lot of the backs hurdling over that first defense, which the first line of defense, which means that they're not going to be at their top speed to be able to make those guys miss.
And as an offensive lineman, you hate those.
Oh.
You absolutely hate it when defenders go at your legs like that. You can't do anything.
Nothing
you just got to
do.
somehow get lower and lift them up off the ground, which is very hard to do.
Tonganoxie defenders, they've got a full box here. Goes back, naked boot on the right side. There is room for Osborne to run. Is going to pick up about 2 on that one. So a gain of about 2 yards. Going to put him at the 38-yard line. Maybe a gain of 2 yards. Going to be 3rd and 8 from the 38-yard line.
And just not executing on offense. Tonganoxie's defense is confusing the Panthers, just not able to get big plays anymore like they did in the first half.
As Tonganoxie had about 9 guys in the box there, and so they hoped the naked boot might work. No receivers came open there as Osborne was looking for an open receiver, but no one was there for him to throw to. So they're in the heavy formation again here in the backfield with both those backs, number 20 and not sure. Oh, the
Panthers took a timeout there.
Panthers took a timeout, but
play clock was running down.
I believe the clock should have still been running in the third quarter. After he went out of bounds, it shouldn't have mattered.
Right. But Panthers take the free time.
But Panthers had to take the timeout there with 39.8 left in our third quarter, as it's flown by. Panthers have had the ball for just about the entire third quarter, all but about a minute and a half of this third quarter. The Panthers have had the ball, so they really need to pick up or at least get most of this third down to be able to pick up the first down and continue this drive. And so I would guess they're going to look at some combination of probably that curly curl, the curly curl. That's what I'm going to call it.
Man, you and your manisms today.
Exactly. The curly curl on the outside that's been very effective for the Panthers. Picked up a couple really big first downs for them last time.
You know what I do? I would mix it up here. You've thrown that curl all game. How about try something over the middle?
Well, they've
like
done
a tight end over the middle.
What they've also done and got a pass interference in the end zone was faking that curl and then going deep, and they got a pass interference. So that could be another option that they look at here as well. Exactly, double move action. As they are spread out a little bit more with Curley at the top of the screen, receiver number 7, Jasper Logan at the bottom of your screen.
This is a big play right here.
And they're going to come back again. Huddle back up.
The officials aren't quite ready for play yet.
Not quite ready to go here as official makes sure he marks off the timeout, as the Panthers do only have 2 timeouts left now in our second half. And going to be talking a little bit here to
Jet goes back to
make
Coach
sure
Smith.
Coach likes the play call still. As they've gone to the short side of the field, obviously it's a lot shorter area for Jet to have to throw the ball. The ball's in the air a lot less time, but it also pinches you a little bit, not able to pick up as much yardage as you might think.
And the throws have got to be spot on perfect on that side.
A little less of a cushion over there as well than Curley's been getting. So looked to the right side, and Osborne is going to be running down, and he's going to fumble it as well, and it's going to be Chieftain ball. Wow. Just an absolute
There is a flag,
there's a flag deep. So there's going to be probably a holding or a pass interference deep on the defense. And oh my goodness, what a break.
Panthers are going to get a break here as there is a hold in the secondary on the Tonganoxie Chieftains. Panthers are going to get a first down here.
It's either going to be a hold or a pass interference on the Chieftains. And so that is a backbreaker.
Huge break for the Panthers.
As Osborne had no opportunity to even get that ball thrown up.
Now the officials are getting together here. Was the quarterback still in the pocket when the penalty happened?
If it's a holding, it won't matter. If it's an illegal contact, it could matter. But a holding penalty does not matter if he's out of the pocket, in the pocket.
Tonganoxie's doesn't look very happy.
As the officials are still chatting it up here, they're talking about
they might rule this penalty.
There's been a lot of talk here. The back judge is defending his call that he made.
They're going to take it
looks
away.
like they're going to take the penalty away, and oh my goodness.
Okay, on the play, with the flag down, offensive pass interference if the ball's been thrown. Disregard the flag, no pass is thrown. And a fumble on the play, recovered by the defense. First down, red.
So
it would have been offensive PI.
I think he misstated it. I think it was a defensive pass interference.
That's backbreaker for the Panthers.
An interesting call. I will say an interesting call is assuming there probably was also a hold on that, so you could call it anyways. But either way, Panthers did not have the right play call called there, and it's going to be 30 seconds left in our third quarter for the Panthers. Still down 7. Another backbreaker penalty as Tonganoxie Langford takes a snap, hands off to Bruisman on the left side, and he breaks through that first initial line of defense, breaks through the left side, and he's got only a couple guys to beat. Is finally chased down by Charlie Zeller at about the 20-yard line, but the first big back-breaking run that we've seen out of Bruisman for the Chieftains, and that is there's not even words to describe the pain that I'm sure the Panthers are feeling at the moment, as that was just a huge back-breaking run inside the 20-yard line to about the 16, and that's going to bring it into our third quarter as we're going to come back here after this break with the Chieftains inside the Panthers 15-yard line, inside the 20-yard line. We'll be back right after this on Paola Sports.
Farm Bureau has been a proud supporter of the Paola Panthers for more than 20 years. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Agent Rusty Walters and his team of Alicia Shea, Maria Dirty, and Brett Fisher take pride in the relationships they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, contact Rusty, Alicia, Maria, or Brett at 913-294-2737.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon Smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
We're back to start our fourth quarter here with the Panthers down 14-7. Another huge opportunity for the Panther defense as they've kind of put themselves in this spot, turning the ball over their last time that they had the ball on offense, and then a big run by Brusvin to break it off and put the ball inside the 20-yard line. Handoff on the left side to Brusvin. Tackled from the backside. Looks like they might also get a holding penalty on the Tonganoxie Chieftains on the outside. So big break, big-time tackle from the backside. Number 57, Cale Murdoch, was able to come from that back defensive end position, come right down the line, just how you teach it, and tackle Brusvin as he couldn't make up his mind if he wanted to cut left or right.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're Coach Smith here, you obviously take that penalty and back up Tonganoxie as much as you can to make this a longer field goal try if it comes to that situation, to try to keep you in the game, because if Tonganoxie puts this in the end zone, the Panthers are really up against it. So you got to find a way to make this a long field goal try. If it gets there, or even better yet, get a turnover.
It's going to be second and about 22, first and 22 for the Tonganoxie Chieftains.
First and 66.
First and 66 according to the clock. Not quite right, but takes a snap here. Langford hands off to Brusvin on the left side. Has it again, and a big-time stuff from Charlie Zeller. Oh, my goodness, he got low. Brusvin tried to get even lower than Charlie Zeller, but Charlie Zeller got low, brought the hammer from his safety position and was able to bring him down. Looks like he's going to go off with a little bit of a stinger, as that was a load to bring down, but he did it, and what a huge play on first down for a loss.
Tremendous play by Zeller. Like you said, a loss on the play. Now it's second and very long for the Chieftains at the Panther 23 or 27.
Panthers 27-yard line here. Chieftains need something good to happen. Panthers are hoping it doesn't. Takes a snap, looks back to pass, has a receiver open, almost, oh my goodness. Wow, great play by J.J. Crawford as he almost broke in front of that ball, and he probably would have had 6 because there was nobody between him and the end zone. Was able to deflect it enough for Holthouse to not quite reel it in, but that could have been a big play going either way, almost was.
J.J. Crawford's having himself a night.
Back to pass for the Chieftains, looking way deep. And oh my goodness, he had himself a night on that last play, and then he's got beat over the top by Holthouse, and that is not what the Panthers needed. They put him in one-on-one coverage on the best receiver, number 81 for the Chieftains, Isaiah Holthouse. And
just the way the night's gone for the Panthers. They've been inside the 10 twice. They have not scored any points. Then you have Tonganoxie at 3rd and 20, and they throw a 30-yard pass for a touchdown. Just devastating night for the Panthers.
Not what you're looking for as the Panther faithful, but back to McWilliams for the Chieftains. He kicks it through, and the extra point is good. So that brings it 21-7. A lot of work to do for the Panthers to get back into this one. Have an opportunity here with getting the ball, but only 10:54 left and only 2 timeouts as you had to burn one in that third quarter without scoring on it. So need a big play to happen.
And for the most part, now the running plays are got to be diminished. You got to score quick so you can give a chance to get the ball back. So I expect a lot of passing from the Panthers. You're going to see a few run plays here and there because there's still over 10 minutes left in this ball game. But as methodically as the Panthers have moved the ball tonight, outside of that one big run by Landon Taylor, it's going to be hard-pressed for them to run the ball efficiently like they have and go down and score in an efficient amount of time to give your defense a chance to give you the ball back and try to tie the game.
I mean, the one drive for the Panthers was 9.5 minutes.
It didn't score.
Yeah, without scoring. And so the drive's going to have to be a lot quicker than that if they want to get back into this ball game. It's really going to start here on the return again. They haven't got anything going in the return game this year. They've not had any really big returns. Nobody's been able to find an open lane to be able to break anything. As Meinig is back deep for the Panthers again.
Just poor kick coverage so far this year for the Panthers. The best starting field position of the year was their own 35, and that's because Tonganoxie kicked the ball out of bounds. Otherwise, they've started around their 20 or even inside their 20 multiple times to start drives. So you got to find ways to get good field position for your offense, take a little pressure off the offense so they're not backed up against their own goal line.
It would be big to have a special team score here, a special teams opportunity to put them deep into Tonganoxie territory. Kick goes back deep, and it looks like it is going to go to number 1. He fumbles it. Oh, my goodness. Goes back into the – wow. Caught a break.
Because it went in the end zone.
Because it went in the end zone.
And that could be the good and bad about high school. It doesn't matter if the ball is touched in play.
It does not matter.
As soon as that ball crosses the goal line, it's an automatic touchback. It's not like it's the college level or the pro level. If that ball is touched, regardless, it's a touchback.
Exactly. So, big time break for the Panthers as that was looking to not have very good field position, but they are going to get the ball at their own 20-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 20 with 10:51 in our game, in our ball game. I say fourth quarter, but it just in the ball game altogether. So needed something big on the Panthers sideline and for the offense here. Osborne under center, Younger behind him, deep in the backfield. Charlie Zeller, and miscommunication between Jace Curley and Jed Osborne as he had Curley, but he just threw that ball short. He thought that Curley was going to come back, maybe a little back shoulder throw there, but Curley was not ready for that one.
I think Jet threw that one a little bit too early. Curley wasn't quite out of his break on that wheel route. If he waits a second longer, he may have Curley streaking down the sideline. Just a little miscommunication, like you said, between quarterback and wide receiver.
Osborne going back under center here. Younger behind him, and Landon Taylor's the deep back. Curley and Charlie Zeller on the outside. Quick pass outside to Charlie Zeller. That pass was low, so he had to go down and get it. If that pass would have been in his chest, he might have been able to have an opportunity to make the defender miss, but not the case, as it's going to be a gain of 3 yards. So 3rd and 7 for the Panthers as they hustle back to the line here, as they need something big to happen, and they need something to happen quick.
And they got to go quickly. They got to score, I think, with about 5 minutes left on the clock to have a reasonable shot at trying to tie the game.
Curley split out tier to the bottom of your screen. Osborne back under center, takes a snap, looking back to pass. Has Landon Taylor back. Oh, my goodness. And Landon Taylor had an opportunity to catch that ball as the defender, number 23, for Tonganoxie, was kind of lost. Wyatt Harrett was lost and was just playing with his arms up. If that ball just would have been a touch underthrown, Landon Taylor would have been able to go through him and actually make a play on that ball. But with that, the Panthers are going to have to punt the ball away here, which with 10:05 left, you have an opportunity with your defense, hopefully making a big play. But interesting call here by Coach Smith on the punt.
I would say if you were down 7, obvious punt situation. Down 14, no, I'm not sure if I would have gone for that.
Not much time left. Good punt. It's going to hopefully goes out of bounds. If it did not go out of bounds, it was hopefully going to pin him deep. But even then, Tonganoxie still has really good field position inside of their own 40-yard line, inside their own 50-yard line, about the 42-yard line. So good starting field position for the Chieftains. They really, I would assume, are going to go to their ground game for this one to milk this clock, milk this thing down, and a lot of Bruisman, number 16, for for the Tonganoxie Chieftains, for the Tonga Chieftains. So,
and if you're the Panthers, there's no choice. You have to get a 3-and-out or a turnover to have a reasonable shot at trying to get back in the game.
Need something big to happen here. Langford in the pistol formation. Behind him is Brusman. Takes a snap. Quick pass outside. And a dangerous pass outside. Oh, my goodness. That was almost really bad. It's a good thing that the Tonganoxie offensive receiver over here was able to put a little bit of a block on J.D. Troutman, or he might have taken that thing back for 6 as that ball floated out here forever.
Yeah, that was definitely a dangerous throw there. Troutman was right there, but fortunately, like you said, number 6 for Tonganoxie was there to get enough of it to get a complete.
Troutman made a good play going through the receiver to be able to knock that down. Fakes it, looking for the deep ball. Has his favorite receiver, Holthouse. Big-time hit on the outside by number 1. J.D. Troutman comes up with a nice hit to stop him short. It's going to be 3rd and short for Tonganoxie. 3rd and about 2. So an opportunity here for the Panthers to get a stop and get them off the field. Takes a snap, hands off to Brusman on the right side. Is stuffed by a couple Panthers. He's going to be short of a first down. He barely gets back to the line of scrimmage as big number 75 for the Panthers.
Now, don't be surprised if
Wade Inman.
If Tonganoxie decides to try to do a hard count here to get a free first down before they punt. So the Panthers got to be aware to watch the football and don't assume it's just going to be on one. You got to watch that football. Do not give them a free first down.
And with the quarterback as the deep punter, if he sees something he likes, he's obviously able to run this thing. Oh, almost got that blocked. And with no defender back deep, this thing's just going to keep rolling, and it's going to put the Panthers inside their own 5 and at the 4-yard line. So perfectly executed for Tonganoxie. Long ways to go with 8:18 left. Going to have to drive almost the distance, 96 yards to score here with only 8:18 left, and then to have to get the ball back and score again. So backs are against the wall, literally, for the Panthers.
And the Panthers sold out on the punt block there. They had nobody back. They brought everybody. Almost got there, but if you don't get there, then that's usually what happens. Now you're pinned deep, down 2 scores with 8 minutes left. You got to have some big chunk plays back to back to back and get down there quickly.
That was a big-time stop by the Panther defense again, who rose to the occasion here. Goes back to pass, Osborne, and a catch on the outside by Jace Curley. That looked a little funky. Found the exact right spot in the zone as there were about 3 Tonganoxie defenders. None of them could decide which one wanted to break for the ball. So it's going to be 2nd and 1, gain of 9 on the pass play by Osborne to Curley.
And if you're Tonganoxie, you don't mind the Panthers doing that, doing little short passes like that. You just want to get beat deep so they're keeping their secondary back and not trying to get the over-the-top play.
Going to give them a cushion as the Panthers are taking a lot of time here to look at the play, make sure they have the right play call. Younger in the backfield, Landon Taylor behind him. Actually, Charlie Zeller behind him, takes the snap and is just stuffed by the backer right at the line of scrimmage. Just not what the doctor ordered there for the Panthers, hoping to just pick that up, but they did actually not even pick up the first down, so it's going to be 3rd and short. Really need to hustle here for the Panthers.
I'm not sure why they were running the ball there. You're down 2 scores with 7 minutes. You got to go.
Looks like he was able to pick up the first down, so it is going to be 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line, I think, right at the 15 for the Panthers. So a lot of time. It took about 1:20 to pick up 10 yards, which is exactly what Tongi is looking for, but not what the Panthers are looking for.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Now we got whistles.
Going to be a timeout here.
Officials
timeout on this side. Apparently didn't like some of the mouth from some of the student section potentially maybe, or some of the fans over here on the Tongi. Oh, the band was playing while the play was going. That's what it was. So the officials stopped it here. The Panthers should be on the ball. They should have had their play call ready to go because the clock is rolling now. Osborne back under center. Takes a snap. Looking on the outside. Found his receiver, number 7. Good catch and run for, looks like maybe just short of a first down by Jasper Logan on the outside. So that's what they need to do, is they need to have those outside, those quick hitters, those quick outs to the outside receivers to be able to pick up chunk yardage.
Yeah, absolutely. But you would like to see a little bit bigger chunks, not just 9 yards. You want to get like 15, 20-yard chunk plays. Those little 9-yard passes, Tonganoxie will take that all day long.
Takes a lot of them. 2nd and 1 for the Panthers. 6:59 left in our game. And if you're from their own 24-yard line.
If you're the Panthers, you got to score with about 3 minutes to give yourself a chance.
Osborne under center here. Bit of a miscommunication. Landon Taylor has it. Oh my gosh, on the outside. Landon Taylor, one man to beat behind him. 20, 15, 10, 5. Landon Taylor, touchdown for the Panthers. Gets them back in this ball game.
Oh my goodness, a defensive breakdown by the Tonganoxie secondary allowed Landon Taylor to get behind him, and a big play for the Panthers. They're back within 8.
Exactly what the Panthers needed, exactly what they drew up. Beautiful ball by Jed Osborne. I'm not even sure if Landon Taylor was quite ready for it. Looked up it right, just the perfect timing. The Tonganoxie defender tripped or was not exactly ready for the play. Landon Taylor takes it the distance, 75 yards for a Panther touchdown.
This is a big extra point right here. You need to make this to make it 7.
Kick is up.
Got it, barely.
And just barely snuck that one in. So, the lead, we have a new ball game, folks.
Not over.
Exactly what the Panthers needed was a huge long touchdown pass over the top by Landon Taylor. A touchdown pass over the top by Jed Osborne, caught by Landon Taylor, taking it 75 yards. Landon Taylor has been their big play guy this entire year so far, and he does it again.
He does it again. 75-yard pass, just a perfectly executed pass. The cornerback was there on Landon Taylor, but then he just stopped. He just stopped running like Landon Taylor thought the ball was going to be overthrown, and it was a perfectly thrown ball, a mistake by the corner of Tonganoxie. You cannot let the Panther receiver behind you. The Panthers will certainly take it. They are well within striking distance of this game. There's plenty of time left. Your defense needs to keep playing and get the ball back for your hot offense after that big explosive play.
The exact way they needed to, and so they can kick this ball deep again. Make sure you have good kick coverage. Pin Tonganoxie deep. The defense keep playing the way that they have been. Have an opportunity to get this ball back and tie this ball game with 6:45 left. And now those 2 timeouts obviously matter.
Yeah, absolutely. Now you hope that extra timeout doesn't come against you if you do get a chance to get the ball back for a tying score. Hopefully the timeouts stay in your pocket, unlike the first half where you got down there and got stuffed on the goal line.
Wow, what a play between Jed Osborne and Landon Taylor. I'd say biggest play of the year so far between those two and for the Panthers to get them back in this ball game between these 2 tightly contested teams. Kick goes deep, actually a little in-between action. Ball's going to bounce. Ball's on the ground. Need to make a play here for the Panthers. Great job making a tackle. So Tonganoxie is going to take over the 25-yard line. Panthers have some momentum here. Fired up on the sideline, jumping around as the defense, their best unit, comes back on the field.
Well, if you're a Tonganoxie fan, I bet your heart skipped a little bit there. You saw that ball bounce. If it gets by that receiver there, the Panthers are on it. They could have picked that up and would have been really in prime position. But now the defense needs to get a stop here.
So Panthers back here. Actually, Tonganoxie takes over just over the 25-yard line, about the 26-yard line. Receiver goes in motion. Takes a snap almost over his head. Bruisman takes oh my goodness, and he's going to take this one the distance. Holy cow. 2 dynamic plays back to back. Bruisman goes 73 yards for a Tonganoxie touchdown. Wow. We go back to back, 75 yards, 73 yards, 2 consecutive plays, 2 consecutive offensive plays, and oh my goodness.
Oh man, that just makes you sick if you're a player for the Panthers right now. Your offense gets a big play to get you back in it, and then you let Bruisman get free on the sideline, and then he explodes on you for the 73-yard score to put Tonganoxie back up by 2 scores with 6:26 left. Those are killers, man.
Backbreakers on the right side. Looked like he might be stopped. He was going to have a pretty good gain. Just a couple missed tackles, able to break through. Safeties did not have the right angle at him, and then he just took it to the house. So Bruisman gets his here, and as Tonganoxie tries to make this a 14-point ball game again. Big extra point opportunity here. And does kick it through, as that one would have been good from about 40.
Oh, man. 2 explosive plays on back-to-back plays. The 75-yard touchdown to Landon Taylor, and then Bruisman with the ultimate backbreaker, 73 yards to the short side of the field, and he breaks it down the sideline. His biggest run of the night. He's had 2 big runs in this second half. He didn't do anything explosive in that first half, but those are the plays big-time players make, and Bruisman did that.
Bruisman made a really big play there, and the Panthers were so close. They were about a bounce or two away from having the ball inside of the Tonganoxie 20-yard line, but just not able to quite get that bounce that they needed. Trying to push up a little bit. They know that run game's coming. Safety's playing a little bit closer, and Brisbane just takes it the distance. And just a real heartbreaking backbreaker for the Panthers. Obviously plenty of time left. Hardly any more times ran off the clock from when they scored their long touchdown. So it can happen again. Landon Taylor is a speedster as well. Charlie Zello's a speedster. Able to get those guys in space. They can do the same thing that Brisbane just did.
Absolutely, and you're going to need to. You're going to have a big explosive play once again to try to get back in it. It's been a crazy game. It's been ebb and flows of two big runs over both teams.
Kick is way deep. One might have gone in the end zone. Caught by number 1, Shady Troutman. Breaks to the outside. Had a little bit of yardage on the outside. Going to get right back to about the 20-yard line. 6:19 left here in our fourth quarter. That's where the Panthers are going to take over. So no harm, no foul there, as if that would have gone in the end zone. That's where they would have had the ball anyways. Maybe a couple seconds ran off the clock. But Panthers take over here. They need something big to happen again. I'm sure coaches for Tonganoxie are saying anything but over your head.
That's
anything but over the top of your head. They're going to put safeties back 15 yards. They're going to let them take those 10, 7, 8, 10-yard plays as the Panthers come heavy here. Pitch to the outside, trying to do the exact same thing. Landon Taylor takes the outside, and he's stuffed by a host of Tonganoxie defenders, and that is not what the doctor ordered. Is once again they tried that short side sweep play that did not work.
I just don't understand the play call there. You're down 2 scores. You got to get some big chunk plays. I know you hit one in the first half, but it's not there in the second half. You got to put those run plays aside and try to get some big explosive pass plays down the field.
Twin receivers to the bottom of your screen here looks like they are in a cover 4 formation. Going to be a false start on the Panthers, so back them up even farther.
Just not enough execution offensively.
My mistake, it actually was an offsides on Tonganoxie, so encroachment. So it is a free 5 yards, so it moves them a little bit closer here as the Chieftains are in looks like a cover 4 defensive formation. So they've got 4 D-backs that are deep, nothing over the top. Has a guy in the slot. He's able to find him. It is going to be a first down, so clock stops as the Panthers are going to hustle back up to the ball. They're running basically their 2-minute offense in 5 minutes and 37 seconds. They get the ball set. Panthers back on the sideline here. That was a really nice catch by the slot receiver.
Yeah, Curley with a tremendous catch.
Crow's made a lot of really good hard catches tonight. And more time, it just keeps coming off the clock. You need to make sure they have the play called and ready to roll. Pass the outside, quick pass. Has Curley again on the outside, looking to get out of bounds. Looks like he did get out of bounds, so that's good, as it was a short gain of only about 3 yards on first down.
Yeah, Curley did a great job getting out of bounds. Looked like Brucevan was going to bring him down in bounds, but he was able to stay strong enough to reach the sideline before he went down and save the Panthers at least 20 seconds.
Gain of 2 for the Panthers on first down, so need a lot bigger gains than 2 for sure.
Absolutely. You need about 20, 30 yards a pop and quick.
Another big play is definitely needed for the Panthers. Osborne takes a snap, fakes back, has a whole host of people, just throws this thing away, and Younger is able to make that catch. Wow. Oh, my goodness.
How did he find Clayton Younger?
I have no idea how he found Younger there on that play. I don't think they were setting up a screen there.
No.
But Younger was available. He had turned around, had the wherewithal. That could have been a disaster.
Could have been a huge disaster. That looked like pick 6 all over, but Younger was standing right there. Panthers were able to get 3 yards, but time is running out.
3rd and long for the Panthers. 3rd and about 5. Back deep, Jed Osborne finds the guy. Oh, and he had him. It's not going to be caught. That one hit the ground. He had Landon Taylor again in that slot position at about the 50-yard line. The ball is high, goes off his fingertips as Panthers are in last breath territory here with 4:34 left, needing to pick up this 4th and long.
This is it. This is the ball game for the Panthers right here. It's 4th and 5. You got to get a first down to keep your hopes alive. What hopes you do have alive.
Looking for something for sure that, and obviously you would love a big gainer, but even just to pick up those 6 yards, maybe going back to those outs of the curls, the curly curl potentially here on this play. and it's going to be wide of the target. And that is not what the doctor ordered for the Panthers, as Tonganoxie is going to take over in their own territory, deep in their own territory, inside the 35-yard line.
Yeah, that might have been the nail in the coffin for the Panthers right there. The offense made some plays tonight. They just didn't finish. They had a couple drives go inside the 5-yard line of Tonganoxie. They got stuffed both times. That's the difference in the ball game. Tonganoxie has been the more executed team in this one.
So Tonganoxie getting lined up here. Panthers do still have 2 timeouts, hoping for something big, maybe a strip, something like that, take it to the house. But Bruzovin on the left side, and this is where he's been eating this evening, is in this third and fourth quarter, in this second half. He's had those big runs, gain of about 3 or 4 by Bruzovin on the left side.
Now what you don't want is an injury to happen in situations like this. Hopefully everybody stays healthy, don't have any big injury to any big players, and just try to get out of here as healthy as you can be.
Looking to hopefully make a play as well. I'm sure coaches on Tonganoxie's sideline have said you got to keep 2 hands on the ball at all times. They're going to be stripping it, doing whatever they can to try to get this. They're going to run this play clock all the way down.
Rightfully so.
And Langford's going to take the snap right at about 3 seconds. Hands off again to the left side to Bruzovin. Cuts back, able to pick up a gain of about 4. So it's going to be 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Bruce's carry to the 29-yard line.
This is tough territory for Coach Smith over there, because 3rd and short is a difficult territory to call that timeout when you know they can pick it up, and then it really could be your last gasp. So
absolutely. Now, if you do get a stop here on 3rd down, you're obviously going to take that timeout to try to give yourself a chance. But chances are very, very small for the Panthers right now, but they're not 0. I've seen crazier stuff happen in high school especially.
Crazy things happen all the time, especially if you've watched the NFL games last weekend. So takes the snap, hands off again to the left side to Bruzovin, and he is going to pick up a 1st down. So 1st and 10 from the inside the 30-yard line, about the 27-yard line. So,
and I want to give a shout-out to the Panther defense. They have played their hearts out to try to give their offense a chance in this game, and they most certainly have done that. They've made the stops when they needed to earlier in the game. They've just worn down in this 4th quarter thanks to Bruzovin and the mental mistakes by the offense. But shout out to the defense. Defense has played phenomenal.
Defense played good. They had that one huge play by Bruzovin that last drive, but that was really it. Bruzovin again on the left side here. Takes the handoff. Actually, it's not Bruzovin. That was actually number 22, the back, Tanner Hand, on the carry there. So giving Bruzovin a little bit of a break, and they pick up another 1st down with 2:27 left as the clock just keeps rolling. And definitely what the Panthers want to do is keep them out of the end zone. That's not what anybody wants here to get this thing closer than it is, because this has definitely been a closer ball game than 28-14.
Absolutely. Like I said, the Panthers have been inside the 10 twice and got stuffed twice, so it could
Inside
very
the
easily
5
be tied.
twice.
Yeah, could easily be tied right now.
Yep. Takes a snap, hands off to the left side to Hand. Looks like it might have been a little bit of a hold there on the outside, but able to be drugged down by the Panther defenders. Like he stayed in bounds there.
That was an impressive stiff arm, too, by Hand. I don't know who the defender was for the Panthers, but he got a handful of face mask on that. A really nice stiff arm from Hand. And the dwindling hopes for the Panthers are wasting away. Under 1:40 to go. But like you said, the object for the Panthers here is don't let Tonganoxie get another touchdown here. Keep them off the board and take your chance next week.
For pride, for sure.
That's it. Now, nobody get hurt. No injuries.
Tonganoxie taking bleeding every second of this play clock down. Only going to need to run a couple more plays here before this one is going to end. But they take the snap and are just going to take a knee. Yeah. So good sportsmanship shown by Tonganoxie there, with no opportunity for the Panthers to come back. And Panthers just going to play this thing out.
Takes a knee.
Absolutely, and credit Tonganoxie for that. You could have very easily put up another touchdown, say, hell yeah, look at me. But great sportsmanship there by Tonganoxie. You already got the game won. That's great class by the Tonganoxie Chieftains. Credit to them.
Exactly, not to add insult to injury on that one. So they're going to have to run about one more play here, I believe, and this thing is going to be cooked and over as the Tonganoxie student section finally now at this point has started the I believe chant that we will win, and Langford goes down, takes the knee, and I think that is going to do it, and that's going to put it into our ball game this evening with the Tonganoxie Chieftains winning this one 28-14, and definitely a heartbreaking one for the Paola Panthers. We'll be back to break this thing down in our post-game show right after this on Paola Sports Live.
Cardinal Glass in Spring Hill is now hiring. Cardinal Glass is a great place to land with immediate openings for production technician starting at $19.01 with a $1 premium for evening hours. Also hiring warehouse and maintenance technicians. Cardinal Glass provides competitive wages and great benefits, including medical, dental, life, health savings, and monthly profit sharing. Call 913-592-6100. Walk-ins are welcome at their facility on North Webster Road in Spring Hill or visit them online at cardinalcorp.com.
What are you doing? You're supposed to be working on your schoolwork.
Oh, well, it's raining, so we don't have internet.
Not anymore. I just signed us up for Go Brawley.
I hate Go Brawley. I miss satellite internet.
Go Brawley. You'll love us, but your kids might not. Call us today at 913-837-4678.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is the area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you place that faulty trimmer or mower, bring it to Hers and let their experts get you back to work. Hers also takes care of hydraulic hoses, cylinder reseal, and mechanical control cables, such as push-pull, brake, throttle, and more. Plus, they carry quality equipment like Bobcat mowers, Steiner tractors, grass trimmers, and more. Hers is even a UPS drop-off station. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net.
Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com. Farm Bureau has
We're back here in our post-game show on Paola Sports Live. I want to get our presenting sponsor, Go Brawley. Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Experience a new kind of internet with Go Brawley. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. Well, just a really a heartbreaking loss for the Panthers, as they have nobody really to blame but themselves. They had multiple opportunities to punch it in inside the 10, inside their own 5-yard line. 2 times had a 4th and 3 scenario, was not able to pick it up either of those times. And honestly, just a very, very frustrating performance. And I know that Coach Smith, obviously there's lots of takeaways that are good. Defense played good for a really good majority of the game, with the offense putting him in a couple of tough positions. But overall, frustrating loss for the Panthers with the way that the defense played, and outside of the about couple spurts, this was an even ball game.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's just the execution was better for Tonganoxie than it was for the Panthers. Those 2 drives that ended inside the 5-yard line were just momentum killers. The defense gave you every opportunity to keep you in this game. Tonganoxie had the ball in Panther territory to start drives several times tonight. The defense bowed their necks, made a few stops. The 4th quarter, they ran out of gas because the offense just could not execute enough to get them tied, to get them in the lead. It's just frustrating. These are the games that frustrate you as an athlete. You play so hard. Your defense keeps you in the game. You probably outgained Tonganoxie tonight for the most part, and you just can't score when you get inside the red zone. Those are big-time factors. We see that in NFL games all the time, too. These teams get methodical drives down there, and then you just get stopped and stuffed inside the 20. And the Panthers are a young team. They'll learn from this, and hopefully down the road, those drives will be finished with touchdowns and not get stopped on the goal line.
Sorry, Broncos fans, because I know that's exactly the dig that Caleb was going on. I'm actually not that sorry.
Who's sorry?
As a Chiefs fan, but just a heartbreaking loss, especially able to come back with that big time touchdown connection with Osborne and Landon Taylor, with that 75-yard touchdown, and then just to kick off, almost be within inches of getting the ball back, and just maybe one more bounce and having the ball back on the kickoff, and that one thing didn't go your way, and Bruisman just takes it the distance and just breaks everyone's back. That was really, obviously there was lots of different turning points in the game, but that was really the one, I guess, in that fourth quarter that definitely stands out to me and made it really tough to swallow over here as an athlete. I know of being on the other side of some of those losses. It's not fun.
No, it's not fun at all, because your offense has struggled all night to finish drives, and then all of a sudden you get a big 75-yard touchdown pass to put you back in the game like that, and you're thinking, all right, all we got to do is just get one more stop, give our offense a chance to tie this game. And like you said, the bone-crushing play of the night, Bruisman a 73-yard run on the very next play, and it just kills your psyche. You're like, all right, I'm done. Let's just get out of here. And it's just unfortunate. It's just so frustrating. It's going to be a long bus ride home for the Panthers. But the good news is you got another game next week. It's not the end of the season.
Exactly. We'll be back to break down that game. Also give you some scores from around the area that we have so far with that after this break on our Paola Sports Live post-game show.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health. Advanced healthcare. Advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health, because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Prime Accounting Solutions in Lewisburg is here to help you and your business grow. From accounting services to tax planning, Prime Accounting is here to help you meet your goals and achieve your dreams. The accountants at Prime Accounting Solutions stay up to date on the latest news and information, ensuring the best options, service, and returns for you. Give Prime Accounting Solutions a call at 913-837-4230. Visit them at 303 South Olive in Lewisburg or go online to primeaccounting.net.
Rain Dance Studios is the area's newest dance studio with professionally trained staff, a brand new facility, and classes for every dance and tumbling level. Rain Dance Studios is everything you never knew you needed in a dance family. With an emphasis on customer experience, exquisite dance technique, and dancer confidence, Rain is the dance studio for every aspiring dancer. Come join Spring Hill's premier dance experience and get the royal treatment. Schedule a free 2-week trial by visiting raindancestudios.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Veterinary Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown vets who know and care about your family. Coming soon, a new location here in Paola in the industrial park with cattle haul-in and boarding and grooming. With 24-hour emergency services and 3 other locations in Lewisburg, Drexel, and Martin City, and a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Planning for retirement, saving for your child's college fund, or just trying to protect the financial future of the ones you love. Edward Jones advisors Curtis Long and Monty Scher are here to help you every step of the way. Curtis and Monty work to discover each person's priorities, then individualize a plan to achieve those goals, sticking with their clients throughout their lives and always there to adjust when unexpected events occur. For over 100 years, folks have planned for their futures with Edward Jones. Plan for yours with advisors Curtis Long or Monty Scher in Paola.
We're back on our post-game show on Paola Sports Live here, and we'll break down more about this game. We'll give you some scores from around the area first. So a couple games that were maybe close at half. are not
Not anymore.
now.
Not anymore.
Baldwin is up 49-32 with 1:38 left, so it looks like they're going to get their first win of the year on that one. The Bonner Springs-Lewisburg game, which Bonner was up 7-6 at halftime on Lewisburg. Lewisburg, let's just say, got a talking to at halftime, I'm sure, from Coach there, and they're up 44-7. With 2:39 left in that one. So Lewisburg came out and put a whooping in the second half of that one. And then Blue Valley Southwest, Spring Hill hung with them in that first half. But Blue Valley Southwest, the bigger school, was just able to pull away. They're up 49-19 with 5:45 left in that one. So you've got another score here?
Yes, I do. Eudora and Ottawa. Eudora leads 49-28 over the Cyclones. Don't know how much time is left, but looks like Eudora is going to have another convincing win. But Ottawa's played all right against Eudora. Put 28 points against Eudora.
Yeah, that's
pretty solid.
Yeah, really good defensive team in the Eudora Cardinals for sure. But and then some other action from around 4A, a big one, which is it's very surprising on our end when we saw the score. St. James Academy and St. Thomas Aquinas. Now, not that anybody feels bad for St. James Academy because they're winning the last two 4A state championships. But St. James Academy was 0-3 this year after getting walloped by Bishop Miege last week. Has a 24-14 lead on St. Thomas Aquinas with 4:53 left, and Aquinas actually had fumbled in their own in the St. James Academy end zone, so they recovered the ball. So St. James actually had the ball up 24-14 with very little time left in that one. So
and we said this off camera. How about that schedule for St. James?
Yeah.
You play the number 1 team in 4A last week, get whipped, and now you come back the next week, play the number 2 team in 4A, and now you're winning at St. Thomas Aquinas.
Exactly. That just really shows that St. James team, which really both years that they won the state championship, neither year they had a great regular season. They were, I think, either at or below 500 in the regular season both those years, got hot in the playoffs, were able to knock off Bishop Miege 2 years in a row in the playoffs and finally come through. So, you know, what that really means, and I think that can be a sign for anybody really in 4A is that you have the ability to get hot in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
So this Paola team, that obviously they're going to take this loss, hard. No loss is easy. One where you have 2 drives stop within the 10-yard line.
Yep.
That one that hurts even more.
Yep.
And so what they need to do is they need to be able to take this experience, take this pain, take this hurt, take what they've learned from this, and be able to put it towards the rest of their season, because there's a lot of season left. There's still 5 games left in the regular season here to be able to turn this thing around. And I say turn around. They're still 2-2, still puts them at 2-2, still in a plenty good spot in the Frontier League and also in just in the 4A standings.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's beautiful about this is you learn from it, and then you got a home game next Friday night as you bring in the Purple Dragons of Pittsburgh, so you're playing a 5A team next week. They really show what level you're at. So you'll learn from this. You have a good week of practice. You'll finish those drives next week against Pittsburgh, and you may come out of there with an upset win. It'd be a big step, huge confidence boost if Paola is able to come back next week and beat Pittsburgh at home.
For sure. We'll be back to break down that matchup and to kind of wrap up our show after this on Paola Sports Live after this.
Auction Bank community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com. Community Pharmacy redefined. That's Vose Pharmacy in Lewisburg. Kevin Vose and his staff are redefining the expectations of a community pharmacy by providing customers with the most comprehensive and innovative prescription and wellness plans available, with a great selection and understanding of the latest treatments, including a wide range of Cannabis Naturals CBD products. Let Vose Pharmacy meet your family's prescription needs quickly and accurately. Vose Pharmacy, locally owned and operated. Call 913-837-3784 or visit vosepharmacy.com.
Happy birthday! Thank you.
Watch this. Call your dad from that phone.
So you pay for a phone line just to laugh at kids?
No, my internet company makes me pay for the phone. Might as well get something out of it.
That internet?
No bundling required. Visit GoBrawly.com to learn more.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
We're back here one final time on our post-game show on Paola Sports Live, and we'll just talk about our next week's matchup. And Paola gets to go back home after this one, have the week at home, get to play at home against Pittsburgh and the Purple Dragons for homecoming. So it'll be a big week for Paola. Homecoming week is always a fun week, is always an exciting week. As a former coach, I can tell you, I didn't always like homecoming week. There's so many extra distractions going on, right? They've got this to go to or this, or we've got this after school, we've got this event, we've got the dance afterwards. So the biggest key is just going to be keeping the guys focused. That's going to be one of the biggest keys that Coach Smith is going to have to do this week, and the entire coaching staff over there. So, and you know, as the opposing team and playing as the opposing team on homecoming, you have a little bit more juice. Sure, you got a little more juice. You know that they scheduled us for their homecoming. That means something, right? That's right. They think they're going to walk all over us. So Pittsburgh's going to be coming in. They're a really good school, really good program they've been between 4A and 5A. As a former SEK person and as a former Fort Scott Tiger myself, I really, really hope that the Panthers are able to take it to Pittsburgh and the Purple Dragons next week, as that was definitely our biggest rival when we were in high school. And so there is even though there is K-State purple that runs through my blood, there is no Purple Dragon purple that runs through my blood. I can guarantee you that one. So it's definitely a big matchup between the two squads last week. The last time we saw a score on the Pittsburgh-Fort Scott game, Pittsburgh was up 27-0 at halftime. So I'm sure Pittsburgh was able to roll in that game, as Fort Scott's kind of been down a little bit this year. But
and speaking of you about purple, you know there's no ounce of purple that runs through my blood, being a Panther and a KU fan. So our Panther alum and a KU fan. So purple, nah, fam.
Yeah.
Nah.
Exactly. So it'll be a good matchup next week. That'll be the next time that you'll be able to hear us on Paola Sports Live. No other broadcasts this week going on. Next couple weeks, there's only the football broadcast on Friday nights that you'll have. And then a little later into October, I think the second week of October, we'll have a volleyball broadcast and a soccer broadcast as well. To kind of run towards the end of our fall season. It's kind of crazy how fast it's gone. We're already 4 games into this season and how fast it's gone, and we've had a great time doing it, and it's this beautiful evening here signing off here at Beatty Field in Tonganoxie, Kansas, and thank you so much for listening. If you were listening to us, make sure if you're not able to get out to the game, and the homecoming game, the big game next Friday evening, you listen to us here on Paola Sports Live.
Yeah, and shout out to the sponsors, obviously, because they're the ones that keep this going. But what really makes it going is you guys at home watching this. It's not us. We're just here to entertain you. It's you guys that make this happen. It's the people at home. It's obviously the sponsors. And just thank you, BJ, for this opportunity. I love it. I take full advantage of it. I won't let you down. But thank you, everybody that tunes in and makes this happen. And big thank you to our sponsors.
We've had a lot of fun this evening, even in defeat with the Panthers losing 28-14 on this gorgeous Friday evening. Go out, have a great evening, have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll see you back on Paola Sports Live next Friday evening.
That's it. Go Chiefs. Have a good night, everybody. Stay safe.
You've been watching Panther Athletics on Paola Sports Live. Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Learn more at gobrawley.com. Also by Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Dr. Laura's Orthodontics, and Miami County Dance Movement. Thanks for watching, and be sure to catch every second of the action right here on your new home for the Panthers, Paola Sports Live.